Ladies and gentlemen, Valhalla Sports Talk is in the house. Tonight, an NFC East matchup. The Dallas Cowboys go on the road to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to everybody already in the chat. Michael Cedillos says Saturday Night Fever. Yep. Saturday night next week, too. Jorge Gomez says, hey, buddy. Pat 1984, up in here. He says, go Cowboys. Jorge Gomez says, let's get ready for some football. Ballard Sports Media, up in here. He says, long time, Valhalla. How's it going? It's going good, buddy. Going good. The fun stuff checks in, says, go Cowboys. Still mad about the NFC Championship game. Johnny G says, CT3, that's my QB. Bradley Helstein checks in, says, go Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. As I mentioned today, Cowboys versus Eagles, right at dinner time. Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. But what's up, everybody? What's up? We're still a little early for this game. This game is set to go off at 6:15. 6:15. It's 5:42 here. That's my time. Central Time. Alec Quiroz checks in, says, hello. What's up, Alec? Jorge Gomez says, what's your prediction? Sorry, y'all. I thought I was on camera. Wow. Magic. So the Chiefs go out, take care of business today. Just defeated the Denver Broncos, and they're still alive for that number 1 seed in the AFC. Jorge Gomez says, what's my prediction for today's game? Dallas in a romp. That's my prediction. What about you, chat? What is your prediction? We've got 10 Berzerkers up in here as Thor's army continues to grow. Alrighty, y'all. So as I mentioned, this stream started right at dinner time. So I'm about to have me some albondiga soup. And then we'll go from there. Later in the game, I'm going to try something new. Went to the liquor store about 15-20 minutes ago, and I said, hey, you got any of those Budweiser Cheladas? And he said, yeah, we got them. And I said, well, I'll take 2 of the tall ones. So he went and got them, came back to the window. It's a drive-through right up the end of my street. And he says, have you tried the Muchelada? I mean, the Modelo Mucheladas. And I said, no, I haven't tried them. And so I got 1 of each. I'll probably have 1 for the Viking game tomorrow and 1 for this game. RM checks in, says, go Raiders and go Thor the Pimp. Thor's hanging out right here. He knows that I got some albondiga soup here, so he's hoping for a meatball or 2. You know what I mean? Dennis Paulson says, go Vikings. That's tomorrow. The dog catcher checks in, says, Dallas will find out who they are hosting in the wild card round, while the Eagles will figure out just where they are headed. Eagles are into the playoffs. Alan Pershala checks in, says, love Valhalla Sports Talk. Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. All right, so what are we looking at time-wise? We still got 30 minutes before this thing starts. I'm about to kill me some meatballs, some crackers. RM says, got the boss cooking that good food. Aye. Yeah, buddy. It's a little chilly here in old Arizona right now. A little chilly. Jorge Gomez says that albondigas are good. Do they have raisins? No raisins, bro. They're not really good looking, but there you go, y'all. Little albondiga soup. Stack of crackers. Anyone who watches more than 2 streams on here knows that we eat. Up in here, up in here. Julian Cruz says, finally a worthy team of streaming besides the Dodgers. What's up, Julian? How you doing, buddy? RM says that's better than week-old ceviche. All right, let's see. Let's see how the COO did tonight. Delicioso, y'all. Delicioso. Yeah, what is that? Is that like a thing? Raisins and albondigas? Is that like a thing? Jorge Gomez says the Cowboys are going to take this by much. Julian Cruz says, I'm feeling bad, actually. I just got COVID for the 3rd time. What? I want to do a shout out. To the fellas from the Sports Fury. Just saw on their community post, both of them, it sounds like they've got the Rona and aren't feeling too well. So shout out to them, thinking about them. Hope they get better. Hope they get better so they can get back to kicking my ass on a nightly basis. RM says, I've never heard of raisins in albondigas. Jorge says, yeah, you stuffed some raisins in the albondigas, like 2 or 3. Very good. What? That sounds to me like that pineapple on pizza thing, just with albondigas. Julian says, yeah, I think I caught it from someone at a restaurant. I actually worked there too. Well, I knew you worked at the restaurant. Arrowhand Ariel checks in, says, hello. What's up, Arrowhand? Jacob Fredericks in the house says, yo, Valhalla. Jorge says, company with some Chipotle. I don't know, Jorge Gomez. I don't know, my man. RM says, nice, yes. Raisins, hell nah, says RM. RM threw a penalty flag on them raisins. Ladies and gentlemen, just in to the Valhalla Sports Talk newsroom. Most people, when surveyed, said they do not like raisins in albondigas. That's the end of the breaking news segment. Alrighty, breaking news up here in Valhalla Sports Talk. Julian says, I don't even like raisins by themselves. What? The dog catcher says what makes the flavor of albondiga soup distinctive is the chopped mint in the meatballs. What? Jacob Frederick says, Valhalla, are you doing a bet with Josh for tomorrow's Bears-Vikings game? No bet. No bet. Jorge says, recipe from my folks and homegrown. You got to send it to me on Twitter or something then, Jorge. Alex says, can you put a poll for tonight's game? I think I have to do that before I start the stream. Luke Neely checks in, says, "What's up, big guy? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate your time and efforts. Thumbs up." Appreciate it, Luke. The dog catcher says, "It's a thing." Julian Cruz says, "Banana adds good flavor to pizza." The dog catcher says, "Minty fresh balls." Minty fresh balls. Man, I am red. I only have to light me up. Nah, we'll just be red. Jorge says he's gonna send me that recipe. Gaming with Eli checks in. What's up, buddy? Going good. All right, I got to go to another screen here real quick, because we are here for a football game. We are here for a football game this fine Saturday evening. So the line on this game has moved substantially since this morning. The line on your screen is from this morning. The current line has the Cowboys favored by 6.5. The over-under has moved up to 46.5. And a money line bet is minus 270 for the Cowboys, plus 220 for the Eagles. That probably has something to do with Jalen Hurts being announced that he was only going to play minimal time this evening in the game. As far as ratings for these two teams, Cowboys are rated second on offense in the NFL. Eagles are rated 14th. Defensively, the Cowboys rated 19th. Eagles rated 7th. Passing attacks, 3rd for the Cowboys, 22nd for the Eagles. Rushing, 10th for the Cowboys. The Eagles are rated number 1 in rushing. Who's their running back? Hurts. So that's probably why the line moved so much. Your last meeting between these two teams was 41-21. The Cowboys took it on September 27th of 2021. No, I won't be doing the Lakers tomorrow. The dog catchers, this ain't the cooking show stream. Danny Manny, I'm having me some albondiga soup, my friend. King Yellowman says Julian Cruz was finally allowed out of his mother's basement. Yep, Chargers Raiders tomorrow. So we'll be doing Vikings Bears in the morning from the Valhalla Tavern. And then tomorrow night it'll be Chargers Bengals. Chargers Bengals tomorrow night. Yep, albondigas without the raisins. Julian says, "Nah, I'm still down here, Yellowman. It actually got worse. Lord quit returning my letters." 16 up in here, up in here. COO, have you ever heard of raisins in albondigas? Have you ever heard of mint in albondigas? Raisins? 2 or 3 raisins in each albondiga. Don't tamales have raisins in them?
If you put raisins in it, and I like them with raisins.
So what is it with Mexican food that we're always putting the same shit in everything? So raisins apparently go in albondigas as well, huh?
Oh, I'm trying.
He's sending me the recipe. Fresh chopped mint, says the dog catcher. King Yellowman says tamales with raisins? What the fuck?
Delicious.
They're delicious, says the COO. What is going on here? So much drama. So much drama in the VST. Overcooking. Arrowhead likes soccer more than the NFL. So are we hyped about this game tonight or not, y'all? Jorge Gomez says breaking news today is the topic of raisins. I'm having me some albondigas soup, Bradley Helston, with some crackers. We got some Cowboy fans up here. Julian Cruz says, I'm hyped. No way we're going to lose to the Eagles. So Dallas cannot move up to the number 1 seed. Dallas will play next week. Julian Cruz says Trayvon Diggs is out, so that's sad. King Yellowman says, watch your mouth, Valhalla. That sounded like a hard R on Kraka. Pat 1984 says, we them boys. We them boys. Yeah, Yellowman always telling me not to use the hard R's. I don't even know what that means. Okay, Thor, here you go, buddy. I think I've had my fill. Salvador Chavez up in here, What's up, Salvador? Robert Rothberg in the house. Pat says we're getting hit with the Rona. Robert says, hello, Valhalla. Have a great giant day today. Robert Rothberg is over 70 years old, y'all. I had no clue. I had no freaking clue. All right, let's change this right here. Let's change this right here to Q1. All right, we hit 20 Berzerkers up in here. Thor's army continues to grow tonight, y'all. All right, so our F keys are working tonight, so that's a good thing. What did I miss here? Yellowman says, can someone explain a hard R to Valhalla without getting banned from the chat? I don't think so, so don't even try it. Michael Cedillo says, North Dakota Bisons, FCS champions. North Dakota, hype! I'm picking the Cowboys in a romp. Pat's rolling with the Cowboys as well. Yeah, I think the Cowboys will kill these boys. Cowboys got to get a little bit of mojo going into the playoffs. Luke Neely says, don't forget to smash that sub and spike the like. There you go. All right, Dak Prescott hyping the troops, y'all. Hyping the troops. Zeke Elliott wearing a nice visor tonight. Little blue tint to it. Looking pretty badass. Bradley predicts Philly 34, Dallas 30. Robert says, hello, King Yellowman. It's inevitable that I discuss the San Francisco Giants. All right, I think we're about to get this thing going, y'all. 6:01 is the time. It looks like a look at downtown Philadelphia before they go to another commercial. Patriot Roadie checks in and says, holla, I'll take the Eagles. You guys do know Hurts is out, right? Pat says that's a bad prediction. Luke Neely says, Pat, what up, bro? What up, bro? Cowboys are going to murder the Eagles. Listen, y'all, if you help me out, share this out on your social media. I'd sure like to not get my booty kicked for the second night in a row. Pat says, I hope so, brother. Bradley says, no Hurts, no problem. No Hurts, no problem. All right, let me step away for just one sec, y'all. I'll be right back. Yeah, I think they're protecting Hurts. He is injured slightly, I think I read, or coming back from an injury, so they're keeping him out. Patriot says, I'm rooting against Dallas no matter what. Pat says, shit, who's Hurts? Put him in, we'll bust his ass again. Viking Jerome, up in here, up in here. He says, go Eagles. Michael Cedillo says, the boys. Zeke's little visor is badass, y'all. Zeke's blue visor is badass. The NFL just made it so that the players could wear whatever they wanted visor-wise this year.
Got some more?
I got full, baby. I did. I'll have some more later. Thank you, though. Delicious. Arrowhand says, well, I'll be in the chat, but I'm watching the live game. Well, there you go. Little Beastie says, I'm undefeated in my fantasy. What? Going in undefeated this year is quite the accomplishment, little beastie. I'm eliminated. Viking Jerome says, America's team, my ass. Gracias Paxiao, I'm not sure what he said there, so I'm not going to say it. Pat 1984 says, fun fact, when the Cowboys win the last game of the season, we win our first playoff game. When we lose, we go out fast, so please win the game. Gardner Minshew will get the start tonight for the Eagles. Minshew Mania, says Bradley. I'm not going to read Pat's thing. I'm not even going to put it up on the screen because it's downright disrespectful, Pat 1984. Downright disrespectful. I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and we're getting close to kickoff in this bad boy. So I don't know if you guys even checked out the stream last night, but we're doing it a little different here, y'all. I'm trying to feature like the chat so it's a little bit more interactive, so there won't be that screen with the field and all that stuff. We're not doing that anymore. Not today, anyway. Pat says he still loves me. Aw. Little Beastie says, I got CeeDee Lamb. I need yards from him or my streak is gone. Uh-oh. Yellowman says Pat prefers his beer goes in the back door. Beastie says he's predicted to win his fantasy football matchup by 40%. Pat says it's usually Amari Cooper that kills Philly. And Viking Jerome hopes the Eagles give the Cowboys some saddle sores. All right, so I'm gonna try to get all this stuff synced up, y'all. So we're gonna go down one channel, come back up one, and then I'm gonna restart this bad boy, and we'll get her synced up once we get a time clock. Boom. Bradley Helstein says, any beers tonight, Valhalla? I was just mentioning, I went up the street, I guess about 25 minutes ago to the liquor store, the drive-through liquor store. And I asked him, hey, you got any of those Budweiser Cheladas, the tall ones? And he said, yeah. So he goes and gets me two. And then he comes back and he says, you know, the Modelo one is better. And I said, the what? He said, the Modelo Chelada is better. So I said, okay, well, give me one of those too. I'll have one of each. So we're going to be trying that in a little while here. Arrowhead predicts 100% chance for the Eagles win. Alan says Mike McCarthy is a has-been. Roger owns him like the Bears. So what did you think about the news today that Harbaugh is rumored to be going to the Raiders? Pat says, why are you Vikings so salty, man? Hey, Pat. Pat, you're way too old to be saying Vikings, bro. Way too old. Come on, brah. Come on, brah. Come on, brah. Yellowman says, sounds reasonable. I don't think Budweiser does anything that isn't garbage. Yellowman. Yellowman don't like anything I do. Pat says, come on, brah. So we got the challenge flag and the penalty flag. Little Beastie also has the Rams D. Little Beastie trying to tell us his whole fantasy football lineup. Little Beastie, nobody cares about your fantasy football team. That's what I'm told all the time. Viking Jerome says Budweiser tomato beer better. I tried the other one before. You tried the Modelo before, Viking Jerome? Pat says Harbaugh's a joke. I don't get the hype with that dude. He got owned at Michigan on the regular. Ohio State owned him until this year. Well, we're going to try it, Viking Jerome. We're going to try it. The COO wants to try it as well. Luke says tomato beer. What the? It's delicious, bro. It's delicious, my man. It's actually Clamato most of the time. It's delicious. Pat 1984 says players are still getting DUIs in Vegas. They don't learn. Yeah, that's it's crazy, man. If you got that level of success and you got that kind of money in your bank account, just come pick me up, bro. Come pick me up. Viking Jerome says it's my favorite. Let's see how bad we're getting our tail kicked before this thing starts. Because you know we're getting our tail kicked, right? I can only do what I can do, though, y'all. I can only do what I can do. Patriot Roadie says, no Harbaugh, don't do it, Raiders. Alan says, great comeback, Valhalla. Little Beastie says, if I don't win my fantasy, I'm pouring hot sauce on my fingernails. What? Viking Jerome says, so I heard Zimmer knows he's getting the boot. I just reading his demeanor during press conferences this week. I think he's been told. I think he's already been told. They're just figuring out whether he's going to retire or whether he's going to get fired. Arrowhand hopes this is a good game. 626 up in here says, hey, what's up, Valhalla, my dude? Hey, I friended you on a PlayStation 5 today, bud. I also subscribed to your channel. Little Beastie says, what are we going to do about Cousins? We're about to keep him as our quarterback. I think unless we get a trade offer that knocks our socks off, we'll keep him as our quarterback and extend him a little bit longer. Bradley Helstein says Bill O'Brien was mentioned in head coach openings, so maybe he will go to the Vikes. I did hear that Jacksonville was looking at him. I like Bill O'Brien as the coach of the Texans. He's not one of my preferred guys, but I wouldn't be too mad. Dave Allen says Cousins ain't half bad. We definitely needed a fresh one, though. Little Beastie's thinking that the Browns or 49ers will trade for him. I've seen those rumors as well. All right, so I got a weird deal going on where my computer game, the game on my computer is faster than the TV. So we'll see what goes on there. Probably this week some, Arrowhead. This week's going to be kind of light after tomorrow night on the streams because there's not much going on this week on national TV. So I think the next streams that I'll be doing after the Monday night game will likely be the Saturday and Sunday games for the NFL next week. No problem, 626. No problem. All right, y'all, we're about to get this thing going. Let's listen in, our first listen in of the day. You guys let me know how the audio is. Uh-oh. We have an issue. Why is that not turning on, y'all? All right, we got an issue. This would be slightly embarrassing. Come on, damn it. All right, so we got some audio now.
Cowboys saw their 4-game winning streak snapped on Sunday. 25-22 home loss to the Cardinals. Dallas not feeling particularly good about that. The Eagles enter this one on a 4-game winning streak. Dallas can get up as high as the second seed.
All right, so let me turn off that music.
One spot to 6 if things go their way. Cowboys won the toss and have
What's
deferred.
up, Smokey TV?
So the Eagles will get the football first.
All right, so Cowboys set to kick this thing off.
Jason Huntley just elevated. He's back deep.
How do we
for
sound, y'all?
Philadelphia. 11 elevations today by the Eagles. Here's Greg Zuerlein.
Pat says,
into
let's
the
go,
end zone.
boys.
And it goes for a touchback. We'll get to Gardner Minshew in a bit. Take a good look at the starting center.
Right, so
the
let's get in the
all-world
groove
center of the
here.
Eagles, Jason Kelce. The Iron Man for Philadelphia tonight, making his 122nd consecutive start. That's the 3rd longest active streak in the NFL, behind only Ndamukong Suh and Jake Matthews. And we'll see how long Kelce's actually going to be out there for.
I'm so glad he's out there and that Nick Sirianni did this. The fans are excited about it. Keep that streak. That's like 7.5 years, dude.
This could
All
be
right,
a
here we go.
one and
First
done
and 10.
for Kelce.
Minshew back
Here's
pass.
Minshew to throw.
Long throw on the left side
Devontae
here.
Smith
Incomplete,
skied
intended
up
for
to get it,
Devontae
couldn't bring it
Smith.
down. And Kelce will head to the sideline. He gets a full game check for that, right?
He sure does. Look, I was here in 2011 when he was drafted in the 6th round. This was Howard Mudd's
Came to watch me
prize
root on the
find
Steelers?
from the
Not
University
likely.
of Cincinnati. Look, he loved Jason Kelce.
Pat
He has
says if we
exceeded
win this
everyone's
game, we'll
expectations.
sweep
One of
the
the best
East.
centers in the league since the first day he stepped onto the field.
He wants no attention. You see, he ran off the field.
Yeah.
He didn't want the fans to, welcome him off the field.
All right, how
Such
are you
a
guys
humble
hearing it?
leader
Are
for
you
this
hearing
team.
everything okay?
On 2nd down and 10.
A run up the middle on
Kenneth
2nd and 10.
Gainwell to the line
Doesn't
of
get
scrimmage. Keanu Neal makes the stop. And Gardner Minshew. Lewis, you mentioned him at a start against the Jets. Remarkably efficient. 20 of 25. 242 yards.
Why
2
were you in
touchdowns, no
timeout? You didn't say
interceptions in the
anything
victory.
bad?
I mean, he was cool as a cucumber that entire
Did you
game,
do all
Steve.
caps,
He's a guy who
Little Beastie?
distributed the football quickly, was very decisive, moved outside the pocket, had great pocket awareness. Look, I expect him to go ahead and compete his rear end off tonight. He doesn't know any other way.
All right,
He's going to have
already
to
it's
against
3rd
this
and
front
9
four that's
for
going to
the
be coming after.
Eagles.
Brett
Minshew
Toth
in the
expected
shotgun.
to play center the rest of the way for the Eagles tonight in place of Kelce. On 3rd and 9. Good pocket. Minshew loads and fires, and it's deflected and
almost
caught.
picked off, bounces off the
Devontae
defender and
Smith
caught
on the
by
receiving
Smith.
end.
Another
Kelvin
6 yards
Joseph,
down the
the
field.
rookie out of Kentucky, had it in his hands,
First
and it
down,
goes
Eagles.
for 25.
They might stop calling it Minshew Mania and just call it Minshew Magic. I mean, he's trying to get the ball to Devontae Smith on a little comeback route.
First down.
Gardner Minshew.
So the
And they are
Eagles just
across
shy of midfield.
in Dallas territory on 1st down and 10. Minshew off the play fake. Quick throw, able to complete. That's Jalen Reagor.
Completes
for
it
the
to
first down.
Reagor.
Pick
Looks
up a
like
12.
another 1st down.
Look at Gardner Minshew. You see, he just stays calm in the pocket, man. And you look, that ball obviously should have been intercepted, but all's well that ends well. And then you just see here on the RPO that he just completed.
Julian Cruz says
After
he
this
did
play
all
here to
caps.
Devontae
That's why he
Smith,
got booted.
you see how quick and decisive and calm he is. And that kind of rubs off on the rest of the offense, man. I'm telling you, he gives them a chance every time he's out on the field. I don't care who he's playing with.
That's Kelvin Joseph, the rookie corner. He's got to make that play.
Pat's trying to make friends in the chat.
1st down and 10. At the Dallas 37.
Minshew rolls
Minshew
right.
will roll. And will
Gonna
take
run it.
off. Checks the rear
Gain
view.
about 3.
And stumbles out of bounds. Joseph came over
Viking
to force
Jones
him
says,
out.
let's
pick
go
up a
Eagles.
4.
So while Gardner Minshew and the backups
Smokey
for
says, let's
Philadelphia
go
are
Colts.
going against a lot of the starters for the Cowboys defensively, they do not have Trayvon Diggs, no Anthony Brown. There are 2 starting
13:08
corners
clock run
not
here
here
in the
tonight,
first
and
quarter.
as well as J-Ron Kearse.
The Eagles
who's
taking
been
their first
a
drive of the
revelation
game
for
down
Dan Quinn,
the
this
field
defense.
here
He's out
on
tonight,
these
and no
Cowboys.
Micah Parsons, as we mentioned. So there's some players out and
They're already
opportunities
at about the 33-yard
secondary
line.
for Gardner Minshew to go after.
Minshew in the shotgun, ball snap.
2nd and 6.
Handoff going up the middle.
On the ground, here's Gainwell, the rookie out of Memphis.
Gain of
Neville
about
Gallimore
4.
makes the stop. Kearse is kind of a sign of the times for the Cowboys. Had a hamstring injury, then got
I picked
moved to
the
the
Cowboys
COVID
in a
list
blowout,
today. And that's the
Smokey.
reason he's out. Anthony Brown, the starting corner, on the COVID list. Trayvon Diggs is out due to illness, according to the Cowboys.
So
Not
illness is
COVID-related.
Trayvon Diggs'
Not as
reason
of
for
now.
being out of this game.
3rd down and 3 upcoming from the Cowboys 30.
All right, a 3rd and 3. Minshew in the shotgun. A run going up the middle.
Back to Gainwell. He's got the
Another first down to Gainwell.
To the 21, gain of 9. Randy Gregory the stop. Eagles on the move.
We talk a lot about the left tackle, Andre Dillard. And he's one of these players for the Eagles that
20 in the
is
chat,
getting a
yo.
hard evaluation tonight. That's him on Randy
Smokey
Gregory.
says, damn,
Well,
COVID
Dillard has
getting
been a little
everybody.
bit of a disappointment, I think you could say.
I
He's
have
been
to
beaten
say,
out by Jordan
as far as
Mailata, but
people that
an
I know,
opportunity for him to get a full
This
game
is as
reps
bad as
against
I've
a really
seen
good
it as far as
defensive line.
people that I've know of or know. But apparently it's not like as deadly as the strain before.
Right back to Gainwell. Able to turn the corner.
Gainwell takes it to the
Inside
10.
the 10.
Another Philadelphia
First down
Eagle.
for the Eagles.
First down, ladies and
up a
gentlemen.
12.
First down.
Real nice read by Gainwell. You see out on the edge, Jordan Lewis, he has to be able to play with better leverage and keep that ball contained. Because look, Gainwell's one of those guys.
First and second down,
Great
you can only
vision,
run the
great
ball, but
strength,
you can
great
throw it on
balance.
second down. What?
Philly's on the move.
First and goal.
Right
Give
up
it to
the middle.
Gainwell again.
Gainwell takes it just shy of the
To the
5.
6. Keanu Neal makes the stop. Ken Gainwell, a rookie out of Memphis. 5th round pick.
Kemchi says, my wife and I
From
have it. It
Yazoo
isn't too
City.
bad.
Mississippi. Population about 11,000.
Jorge
His
says,
cousins
let's
with
go
Fletcher
defense.
Cox. So he knows what this Eagles team's all about.
Look, Gainwell, he opted out in 2020. This is a guy who's recruited to Memphis as a
Gainwell
quarterback.
coming off the field
who
right
rather
now.
recruited as a wide receiver, was a quarterback in high school, switched to running
10:36
back. And
clock
he's got
running here
a
in the
lot of
first.
skills, man. And his tape is
Minshew
really good
lining
this
up
year.
under center, Ward Jr.
And it's showing up so far.
somebody
They
else
go
in the backfield
Wildcat.
there.
That's Minshew,
Wildcat.
top of your screen. Ward
Pitch
was the
up the
college
middle.
quarterback. He pitches it to Richard Rogers, who was just elevated, and DeMarcus
Rogers,
Lawrence
I believe, at
makes the
tight
stop.
end, gains about
3rd and
2.
goal.
It's going to make
A
it
really
3rd
nice
and goal.
play from DeMarcus Lawrence, understanding
Oh, my bad.
that formation and what out
My
of the
bad, bro.
Wildcat to expect that shovel pass inside to the tight end.
Yeah.
Rodgers barely gets it, but look at DeMarcus Lawrence right there. For this team to continue to get momentum, DeMarcus
Luke
Lawrence has
Neely
to play
says,
at a
I
high
used to
level.
have COVID, but I divorced her.
3rd down and goal. Jason Huntley has checked in. Elevated today.
All right, Minshew in
He's
the
running
shotgun.
back to the right of Minshew.
Pitch again.
Another shovel again, and
Straight
this
ahead.
time a
Touchdown, Eagles.
It's Tyree Jackson. And the Eagles strike first.
Eagles take their opening possession all the way down the field, aided by kind of a lucky pass that bounced off a Dallas defender
The guy to
and
watch
into
is
the arms
Devontae
of
Casey.
an
Just watch
Eagle
him here on
receiver.
the end of the line of
But they
scrimmage.
let the
You see him
entire
come
length of
upfield
the
for
field.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, that's got to be his
And put 6
responsibility.
on the
KZ's
board.
got to take
He's got to slow play that a little bit more for
quarterback.
sure.
And just like it was on the previous play, you need the inside rush, that line to come and help you on the
Hell
pitch.
yeah, go Eagles.
They weren't able to
says
get it done.
Kenpachi. Extra point
Jake
is up, and
Elliott
it's
puts through the
good.
extra point. Hey, Tyree Jackson, welcome to the NFL. That's his first catch in the National Football League, and it goes for a touchdown. Clean living. And the Eagles off to a big start.
All right, so the Eagles strike first and put 7 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our graphics updated. What'd you think of that drive there, chat, by the Eagles? Oops. All right, $1 million graphics updated. 18 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. The dog catcher says, sounds like something to wash down raisin tamales. Nicholas says, no 2-point conversion until 30 seconds in the 4th quarter. Alan and Pat still bantering back and forth. Viking Jerome says, from old Vikings fan, the Cowboys can eat shit. Dogcatcher says Minshew's coming out like a WSU Cougar. Looked good on that drive. All right, so we'll move that $1 million football over to the Cowboys. So again, on the schedule for tomorrow, Vikings Bears in the morning from the Valhalla Tavern, followed up by Sunday Night Football, Chargers versus the Raiders, the last game of Week 18 in the NFL and the last game of the regular season. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Pat and Allen. They're making friends in the chat. I think it's a Cowboy versus a Eagle thing or something. I don't know. All right, let's get back to it.
This new head coach, and bam, here they are in a playoff spot and maybe as high as the 6th seed.
You got to give Nick Sirianni credit, and you're right, it didn't look good, but they found something to hang their hat on, and it was this offensive line and the run game, and that's kind of what got them back in this year.
Elliott will put it in the air.
All right, kicks away.
And it'll go as a touchback.
Out of the back
Dak
of the end
and the
zone.
Cowboys take over from the 25-yard line. Prescott has thrown for 32 touchdowns this season. He is just 4 shy of the Cowboys franchise record of 36, set by Tony Romo back in 2007. His offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, said he's the best leader I have ever been around. His resiliency, continued confidence in everyone around him. He runs the show, and he leads the way. He's the best leader I've ever been around, and that's quite a statement.
All right, so Dak under center here brings Cooper in motion. Cowboys traveling from left to right on your TV screen.
Elliott in the game.
Zeke
got
to the
football.
left. Tries to cut it back to the middle. And he's going to gain just shy of 5.
Governor made the block. As we take a look at our Star Watch, brought to you by Windows 11 and Intel.
Yeah,
Viking Jerome says, I'll never forget the hurt of that Hail Mary game. I can't stand the Cowboys
since. They run it more than 30 times, and Ezekiel Elliott's going to get a lot of those touches. And I'm looking for Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb to step up. There's been a lot of talk about, you know, how many catches Amari Cooper's getting. I don't want to hear any of that stuff. I want these two guys to come out and play at a high level, because they need them to play better. They have to play better for this team to go where they want to go.
False start. Offense, number 63.
False start on the offense.
And that's not what they need. This is the most penalized offensive line in the league.
Look, we talked about this with Mike McCarthy as well, and with Kellen Moore. That's just killer right there. I mean, you can't start off the second play of the game and have a false start. I mean, that's just inexcusable.
That's going to make it 2nd and 10, they're saying.
Bottom of your screen. Eagles rushing 4.
Why would that be 2nd and 10?
Amari
Cooper catches it on the left side.
Catch after the 30, pick up a 5. The Cowboys are the most penalized team in the NFL and have the most penalties on offense, but you're right. Kellen Moore said, hey, the pre and post snap, that's the ones we got to stay away from.
Push-off by Pearson occurred.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a part of, that's just concentration. See, that's all it is. I mean, coaches don't coach that. That's on the players.
3rd and 5 is the down and
distance
here.
They got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Dak in the shotgun with Zeke to his right.
Not the false start.
Cowboys wearing white uniforms with blue pants, silver pants.
Those kinds of things. 3rd and 5. Prescott out of a nice
Prescott
pocket.
throws it. It's caught on the right side here by Wilson.
That was a beauty of a
Dallas
ball.
Cowboy.
Prescott to Wilson.
1st down.
Pick up a 16 in the 1st.
Yeah, and it's a heck of a route till you see Cedric Wilson in the slot here to your right, and you just see him separate coming out of the break, and Dak just puts it high and away. Nice throw, nice conversion.
I still can't believe that the TV
Cedric
is
Wilson's
behind the computer. That's crazy to me.
Without Michael Gallup, who tore his ACL, unfortunately, a week ago, Cedric Wilson's going to be a lot bigger part of this offense.
All right, CeeDee Lamb's first catch on the left side. It's another Dallas Cowboys first down.
The Cowboys pick up a 14.
Look, Dak Prescott said, I've had enough of this. I'm going to start putting this ball on my guys here. You have backups playing against
could have got more there if he didn't step out of bounds.
The best group of 3 wide receivers
Momentum
in the NFL.
took him
I
out
know
of
Michael
bounds.
Gallup
Left
isn't
foot
here.
steps on the white.
You can tell Dak is throwing the football with a purpose.
They bring Wilson in
Pollard tonight. He's
motion to the near side. Hand off to Zeke. Going up the middle, kind of tripped a little bit.
Ezekiel Elliott,
and he'll gain about 4. Cowboys already approaching the 30-yard line. Allen says, I love Valhalla and Pat 1984. Sorry, but I bleed green and gold. You were so wrong,
Pat. Good
Pat.
conversation with him. And I think this The attitude of this offense and this team this
7:21
week
clock
was,
running
I
here in
think,
the first
appropriate.
quarter.
They were not happy. They
Here we
were
got to
ticked
look
off
at Kellen
with the
Moore,
way last
Cowboys
week went
offensive
against the Cardinals,
coordinator.
and
Could he
they
be
wanna get it
coaching the
back on
Minnesota
track for sure
Vikings
tonight.
come Monday?
Pitch it to Zeke. Running behind a Corey Clement block.
Pitch to Zeke going
Clement will be the
left.
second running back.
Just a short
Take
gain
Pollard's
there.
spot here tonight.
Going to make
Pick
it
up a third
third and
down.
short for the Cowboys.
See, it was a nice job by Cameron Malveaux on the right side, going up against Dalton
Third
Schultz,
and
the
short
tight end, who's
for
come
the
under fire
Cowboys.
for some of his blocking on the perimeter and his inability to
announcer
really deal with some of the bigger
In
defensive ends in the
Philadelphia,
NFL.
trying to get the
We
fans
talked to Kellen
hyped
Moore
up for
about
this third down.
And they said, look, it's something they
One
need to get
running
better
back,
at.
one tie down, and three
They're gonna
wide
make a
receivers
concerted
out
effort
for the
tonight to get it
Cowboys
ironed
here
out.
on a third and
Cowboys
three.
get Blake Jarwin back
Empty
after 2 months
backfield.
away, out with a hip injury. They're happy to get him back as well.
Ball snapped. Prescott throws it on a
firing
crosser,
a
and it
little
bounces
bit
off
behind
Wilson and down to the ground,
and it bounced
incomplete.
around off Josiah Scott, the nickel. He had the coverage, fourth down.
Yeah, you're going to see. It's just an inside slant,
Pat
and watch
says,
the
"Love you too,
accuracy
bro."
from Dak Prescott.
I
This
bleed
ball
silver and
just
blue,
a little
AK,
bit
we
behind
them
the
boys.
receiver. Now Wilson should
No, I
make
didn't hear
that
that
catch, but as
anything
a
about
quarterback,
Calvin Ridley,
listen, you're paid to
Smokey
be accurate,
TV.
and Dak normally is, but that's
I
been
didn't
an
hear
issue
nothing
for
about
him
him.
as of late.
The offense will stay on the field on 4th and 3.
You heard it. Dallas's offense stays out. Dak in the
Philadelphia
shotgun.
34-yard line.
I think it's Pollard to the left of Dak. Fakes a handoff. Throws it on a
Prescott to
crosser.
throw.
Caught
That's Cooper coming
by
across.
Cooper, who
First
takes
down.
it
Puts
to
it
the
down at the 20-yard
after
line.
a Dallas Cowboy first
Pick
down.
up a 14.
First
You
down.
see Amari Cooper just run the shallow.
Nicholas
Look,
Boatwright says the
Kerry
only
Vincent,
G
the
helmet
corner
I'll
out
be
of
rooting
LSU,
for
the
is the
rookie corner. Look, he's
University
just
of
got to get over the
Georgia.
top of that. If you're going to lock that up,
Is that UGA?
and you're going to play outside leverage man-to-man on Amari Cooper screaming across the field on a shallow, you better get on your horse and you better run. Good execution
All
on
right,
the part of the
Cowboys have
Cowboys.
entered
Slay, Harris,
the red
Maddox,
zone, or
McLeod,
just about to
Nelson,
anyway.
all not playing tonight in that Philadelphia secondary.
They bring Cooper in
Two
motion
tight
to the
ends
far
down.
side. Sole setback.
On 1st and 10.
Handoff.
Here's Clement.
Up the middle is Corey
Spent
Clement.
4 seasons here in Philadelphia
I
with
think
the
Pollard
Eagles.
might be injured.
Local product out of the New Jersey area. Sean Bradley made the stop.
The fans here
Smokey
are
TV thinks that
excited
he's going
see
to the
Corey
Colts.
Clement. If you
Ridley.
don't remember, he was the one that started off the Philly special. He took the snap, and then he flipped it to Nick
18
Foles.
up in
but
here, up in
he's
here.
a legend here in Philadelphia.
2nd and 5 is the down and distance.
10th play
5:20
of the drive
remaining
upcoming.
in the first quarter. Dak in the shotgun. Zeke to
Elliott's
his right.
back in there.
They put Wilson in motion. It's thrown to Wilson.
Dak
He's
looking for
wide
Cedric's
open.
got him. And he will
Touchdown,
advance into the end
Cowboys.
zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown Cowboys. So like Philadelphia before them, Dallas takes their opening possession
Take a look at
of the
CeeDee Lamb.
game.
He's going to come up,
Down
and
the
the guy
field
running in motion, he's
for a
responsible
touchdown.
for that rub on him. And now he comes in and levels his shoulder down.
Mikey Jerome says poor Tarkington father had a
Could have
heart
easily
attack
got
during
called
that
for
game.
pass interference on the offense there.
The push-off game? I didn't know that. Smokey
Greg
says the Eagles
Zuerlein.
are looking to him. There's like 8 teams
He's
interested in
missed
Calvin
5
Ridley.
extra points
All right,
this
the extra point attempt here
on the way and puts it through.
is up, and it's good, and we've got a tied ball game.
It's a 10-play scoring drive for the Cowboys after the Eagles had an 11-play touchdown drive of their own. Dak to Wilson.
A wide-open
We're all
Wilson.
even 7 apiece, 5 to play in the
All right, and we go to a commercial break. Let's give the Cowboys their 7. Pat says, let's go. Jorge Gomez says, yes. Cowboys. Viking Jerome says, yeah, true. Smokey TV says, go Cowgirls. $20 Berzerkers up in here, up in here. I hope we can get a little bit more play on the old YouTube algorithm. 2 nights in a row. Kind of hurt. Kind of hurt. But this is game 2 of a 5-game set here on Valhalla Sports Talk. We started out last night with the Lakers game versus the Atlanta Hawks. And then today we've got Cowboys, Eagles. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, Vikings versus Bears in the morning. Chargers versus Raiders in the evening. Followed up on Monday night with the national championship game between University of Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nicholas says Team America, F yeah. Fap checks in. What's up, Fap? He says can't wait to see the Cowboys lose their first playoff game. Come on. I don't know. I don't have a ton of Cowboy hate. I use all my hate up on the Green Bay Packers. Smokey says I missed last night. I had a long day and ended up passing out at like 7 o'clock. Hey, I get it, man. I get it. All right, let's get back to it.
5 years. That's how we have a 7-7 game here. Key play conversion on a 4th and 3 that kept that Dallas drive alive.
Pat says, why all this Cowboys hate? You all act like
Huntley
we beat y'all in Minnesota with a backup
Zerline
quarterback.
in the air.
Pat.
Touchback, and let's go back and look just how wide open
Sorry.
Wilson
Something
was,
happened.
and we bring John Perry in for your thoughts on this play, John.
I think it is offensive pass
Cooper
interference
Rush.
based on the shoulder. He establishes a blocking posture
Cooper Rush, the backup Hall of Fame
defensive
quarterback
back.
for these Cowboys.
I think the deep wing officials
Just
should have
shellacked
had
the Vikes
an
this year.
offensive pass interference.
I mean, that's as clear as it gets, right, John?
None of them are clear.
Oh, okay.
They're quick.
Well, we're
You gotta
clear
get
on that.
one. You got to get that one.
Well, none of them are clear. Got it.
Normally you teach that receiver to go up and turn around and
All right,
just
the
make
Viking
that
hate coming
defender
in
go
there.
over the top, and you've done your job. You just can't run right into him.
The Viking hate showing up in the chat all of a sudden.
First down and 10. Second possession for
Minshew
Minshew and the
steps up.
Eagles. He's in all sorts of
And
trouble.
he's going to go
They'll
down
just
right
get
at the
back to
line of scrimmage on that first
You know what?
and 10.
A simple release like that, a simple, what's designed to be
Dog
a
catcher
kind
says
of
Fran
rub route
Tarkenton had the
situation.
consolation
If you have
of knowing
veteran
that
corners
nothing
in there,
about
kind of
that
thing doesn't
fateful
happen.
game
You
had
see
anything to
Josiah
do with
Scott
his father's
coming across
death.
the formation. He never even looks at
Stricken during
CeeDee
the
Lamb.
third
He has
quarter.
no idea that he's even there. He's so
That's
locked
crazy.
in saying, look,
I
I
had
got
no
this
idea.
guy. I'm just going to cover this guy. And Kerry Benson isn't communicating with him. These are kind of things you can expect to happen during the course of this game with young guys who haven't played together at all.
Officially, that goes as
I
a
had no
sack.
idea
Getting back
about
to the
that
line
whole
of scrimmage,
story,
no
y'all.
gain. Second down
A
and
run
10.
to the
Here's
right
Rager.
again.
Kelvin
Jalen
Joseph
Rager on the
to force
end
him out.
around
Bring up a third down.
goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a third and
So
long
there's
for
a lot
the Eagles
of
here.
Eagles that are getting the night off tonight, but a couple that are not.
Let's go
are
defense,
Jalen
says
Rager,
Pat.
Quez Watkins, Greg Ward. That receiving core, along with Devontae Smith, they're all dressed and they're playing tonight. This is a group that has to continue to develop. And
Patriot
although
really
though
liked the
Jalen
Cowboys
Hurts,
when
they're
Roger
gonna get some
Staubach was the
opportunities
quarterback.
with Gardner
That was
Minshew.
it from there.
We'll see when Devontae Smith gets 13 yards or so. We'll see how much longer he plays tonight. Third down and 11 from the
All right,
24.
Minshew in the shotgun, empty backfield.
Low snap. Minshew picks it up.
Minshew
Flush
rolls to the
throw on
left,
the run.
and it's incomplete, intended
And
for
it's
number
through the
80.
hands of Tyree Jackson. Fourth down.
And here you
So the
see what
Eagles
Dan
didn't
Quinn
do
is
much with
doing
that
with all
possession,
these
and they're gonna
movable
punt
pieces
to the
he has up front
Cowboys.
on the defensive line, and the way he can deploy these guys. None of them were down in the three-point stance. You had Randy Gregory standing up. You had DeMarcus Lawrence standing up. Neville Gallimore. I mean, all these guys moving around. This is the thing that Dan talked about.
Siposs, the punter,
That's
for
fun
the
for
Eagles
him.
back
And he's finally found a way now
to
to
kick this bad
utilize
boy
these
away.
guys to their best and to their most optimum. And that's without Micah Parsons playing tonight.
You see CeeDee Lamb back deep. Cowboys have blocked
Man, the
the most
Cowboys
punts
in the playoffs,
in the
and they've
NFL
got
this
CeeDee
season. Here they
Lamb back
come.
to return this punt.
And Aaron Siposs able to get it away.
Lamb comes up to it on the 32. He's got some space.
Lamb will make a couple
35
moves,
to
little
the
shake and
40,
bake, and has some
and out at
sideline.
about the 48. And the Cowboys will take
Goes the
possession of the $1
42-yard
million
punt, 11
football.
on the return. 7-all, 3.5 to play in the first quarter.
As we head to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think anybody's out here actually killing it during this game because, no, not too bad. Not too bad, I guess. Are you asking if the Vikings have a chance? It's over for the Vikes. The dog catcher says Danny White is the most underappreciated quarterback in Dallas Cowboys history. So I don't know what's going on with this gambling now, the online gambling for sports betting. But have you noticed that in the last couple weeks, the commercials for play responsibly have started being played a lot more often? I played that first weekend. It was legal in Arizona, where they gave us free money to play. Took them to the house, took them to the cleaners, and got out. I haven't made a bet since. I played with the house money for that first weekend and then got out. Maybe all the way through the second weekend. But I haven't made a single bet since then. The Eagles are just kind of playing for seeding. They're in the playoffs.
Down. You're watching tonight the highest scoring Dallas Cowboys team in franchise history. Now, I know they've added a couple of games to the regular season.
All right, so here we go.
That.
Cowboys.
That's kind of crazy.
Second possession.
The number
Dak
one scoring
under center.
offense in the league.
High
We're talking about all
formation,
these
wide
issues
receivers
that they
to the
have,
right and left.
Rhythm and momentum and the running game and Dak being on the same page. This
in
is
the
the
first
number one
quarter.
scoring offense in the league.
Ball
Connor
snapped,
McGovern
fake
in the
handoff
block
to
for
Zeke.
Ezekiel Elliott, but Dak wants to
Dak
throw.
going for it long
Got a
on the
man
left side,
wide
open.
It's Cooper coming across.
And that's going to be a Dallas Cowboy first down.
29 yards.
First down.
Look, if you're Zach McPherson, number 27, you got to have some communication with Kayvon Wallace, number 42, to the safety, as far as how you're going to handle this deep over route. Because
Mikey
Wallace
Jones
is up
says
in the
those
line of
Super Bowl
scrimmage off of the
games
play
hurt,
action
but that
fake.
Cowboy game
Zach
hurt like a
McPherson
mother.
doesn't know exactly what he's doing and what he's supposed to do, whether or not
The
he's
only
supposed
Super
to take
Bowl
him
I
man-to-man or
remember
not.
was the
That's
first
how you
one.
give
The
up
day I
explosive
became a
plays.
Viking fan. Fake the
Prescott.
handoff here. Dak in some
Under
trouble,
some pressure.
runs it, and he's
And
going
he'll
to slide
down.
short
That'll
of
go
the line of
as a
scrimmage.
loss. Raekwon Williams. And we check in with Lisa.
Hey, Steve. Well, entering the
dog
week,
catcher
Amari
says Danny
Cooper
White
had the
threw for
lowest catch total, his lowest catch total
21,959 yards.
since
Roger Staubach
2017.
threw
He
for
had made it known that he
22.7.
wanted more
White threw
targets.
for
Just this week,
155
he said, it's
touchdowns.
like basketball.
Staubach
If you want to
threw
make
for
100 threes,
153.
you've got to shoot over 100. If I want to catch 100 balls, I've got to have those targets, and that's not really
I
in my
remember
control.
Danny White coaching
when
the
I talked to him
Arizona
this week, he
Rattlers
said
for
he
a
didn't
long
want to
time.
really make a big deal about it, didn't want
Smokey
to belabor
TV
the
says
point,
I can't
but just
talk much. We
believes
beat the
get more
Jags tomorrow,
targets,
and
he
that's
can
the
help
only way the
jumpstart
Colts
this
make it in.
offense.
Since
Ball
week
snap,
9,
fake
just
handoff
25
to
catches
Zeke.
for Amari Cooper.
Dak steps up in the pocket, throws it, incomplete, intended for
CeeDee
CeeDee
Lamb,
Lamb.
intended target. Going to be a holding call.
And we got a penalty.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10-yard penalty.
Holding on the offense, number
Connor
52.
Williams, left guard.
Shame.
Listen, I hear these receivers talking about they want more targets, and I think Amari Cooper needs to play better. I think that's and CeeDee Lamb, same thing.
Dog catcher says with
right
4
there, that
more
last
years
play,
than that, White
CeeDee
is
Lamb's breaking up the field, and Dak Prescott's throwing an in-cut, and they're not on the same page. Those are the kinds of things that lead to turnovers and inconsistency and trust.
Okay, well,
the quarterback
he was better
has to
than
trust you're going to be
statistically
in the
right
right
than
spot
Aikman.
on every single play,
them Bulls,
and these
though,
receivers haven't done that consistently enough, in my opinion.
Penalty
thrown over
backs
the
him up.
middle, caught.
That's Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz. That's
up a 10.
Dak Prescott's security
The penalty
blanket.
yardage back. Third down.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and long here. Smokey says, can we get a flag for being a Vikings fan? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Why you gotta hit a guy when he's down?
Again, the Eagles defensively.
Dak in the shotgun on a 3rd and 11. Zeke to his left.
Philly rushing 4.
Philly rushing. They're about to get to the old Dak. They don't. Incomplete.
4th down.
Dak is on his booty, and the Cowboys are going to have to
Milton Williams.
And we got little fisticuffs
come together
on the field at this point.
Good
141 remaining in the first quarter. It's 4th and 11.
There's some good push on the interior. Watch Connor Williams right here.
Sheila Jones up in here. She says, "What's up, Valhalla, everyone? How about those Chiefs?"
Good initial punch, and then he kind of leaves.
As you see,
he gets top heavy. His head drops down.
There, Sheila
and then Ridgeway winds up eventually
at the beginning. Old Drew
pushing
Lock
the pocket and causing
their throats.
To have to flush out to his left.
Here's Zerline from 48.
All right, Cowboys going to try a field goal here. Zerline from 48 yards. I didn't think they got that far.
He's missed 6 field goals.
All right, kick is up.
It's low, but sails it just through above the crossbar. And the Cowboys take a 10-7 lead, a minute 37 to play. We mentioned the rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys do this in meaningless games.
A little anger out there on the field as we head to commercial. All right, so we head to a commercial. Let's update the score here. Nicholas says, "I don't need another damn flag when we're moving the sticks." And Sheila says that the Chiefs' defense sucked big time today. They did, and you should be worried about the playoffs. Mikey Jerome says, "I don't remember the first, but I saw other Super Bowl losses. Live, I only saw the one, and I was pretty young." But the Cowboys take their second possession and managed to convert it into 3 points, and they now have the lead 10-7 here in the first quarter. Fisticuffs, says the dog catcher. Reginald Weasley checks in. To quote the great Barry McCockner, for the Cowmans, Mike McCarthy is your head coach, so unless you have Aaron Rodgers on your roster, you're not winning shit anytime soon. Shots fired, ladies and gentlemen. Shots fired in the chat. Smokey TV says, "Aikman wasn't it for me. He was all right, but one of the best? Definitely not in his book." Nicholas says, "Those were 4 perfect nightmares, Jerome, but hey, how would you like to have your first day as a fan of a team be a loss in the Super Bowl? Who does that? Who the hell does that and saddles himself for the rest of their life?" This guy. This guy. Cincinnati Bengals fan checks in, says, "What's up, Valhalla? I'm doing good, buddy. What's up with you? Big game for you tomorrow. Big game for you tomorrow." $23 in the chat. All right, we're getting back to it.
Eastern on ESPN. It is the college football playoff national championship game from Indianapolis, and we'll have you covered from every platform. We got TV, we got radio,
so sometime
we got
during
digital.
that commercial
so
break,
many ways to watch, listen,
so.
and enjoy the biggest college football game of the season.
Let's get them synced up again.
And there are alum everywhere you look.
Yeah.
I got Michigan.
All right, the kick's away.
You got Oswego.
Very good. Here's Huntley from the goal line.
Returning it to the 20,
out beyond
25,
the 20,
30,
nice
35, down at the 36.
Out to the 35-yard line. You know, it wasn't so long ago that Eagles wide receiver star Devontae Smith was on campus at Alabama. See how clean his room was.
Not very.
His room was more like a trophy room. Got the Heisman, a couple of national championships,
so you had time to run,
2
but you
SEC
decided to stay with the
all part of his
disaster.
haul.
That's your fault. It is my
fault. Checking
fault.
off every possible accomplishment
Dodger fan in the 77 World Series.
An impressive college career. He is
I was a
12
little
yards
later
shy
than you.
of the Eagles' rookie record set by Deshaun Jackson back in 2008. And that record is one of the reasons Nick Sirianni has him in the game here tonight. Minshew to throw. Going sideline, and he wanted Smith.
It on the right side.
Able to
They're
bring it
caught
down.
for a Philadelphia Eagles
As if
first
on
down.
cue, pick up a 12.
Look, watch this route. Look at this nice smooth release. Sell the 9 route like you're going up the field and then put on the brakes.
Cincinnati
Like,
Bengals fans
and then just come back
Kansas
and snatch
City
that ball
when
to
we
the
can't
air.
get a first
Look,
round bye anymore.
I'll tell you what, Kelvin Joseph, look, you may not be going up
Viking
against
Jerome says
the
Vikings
entire
motto,
Philadelphia Eagles
there's always next
first string
season.
offense, but I'll tell you this, Gardner Minshew says, hey, take that.
He knew exactly how much he needed. You could see him point to
I like
Devontae
Minshew's
Smith.
moxie,
He needs
y'all.
another.
I like his
He
moxie.
needs one more to break it.
Oh, he was 1 yard
First
short on
and
the depth
10.
of that route. That was a
One
nice
running
route.
back, one
nevertheless.
tight end, 3
First
wideouts
down
on the
and 10.
field for the Eagles.
Minshew.
Minshew back to pass, throws it to
Go
the
right
right.
back to him.
There you go, kid.
And there's a football you might
Caught
want to
by
hang on
Smith
to.
for a gain of about
Devontae
5.
Smith, congratulations. Not sure how Deshaun Jackson is feeling right now. But again, this was probably more important to Sirianni than it was Devontae Smith.
Kelvin Joseph is saying, what did I do to have to be targeted like this all night? You just see, he's such a smooth route runner, so efficient with his feet.
Well, and he's really benefited from
Cincinnati
this run
Bengals
game
fans
to
says,
get
since
going.
I was born,
because
none of my favorite
he's their
teams
main
won a
target in play
championship.
action. There's a lot of
Mine
times
have.
that Nick Sirianni
Other
will go
than
3
the
tight
Vikings,
ends and leave
every one of them
Devontae
has
Smith
won a
as the only
championship.
wide receiver
Second
out
and
there,
6.
and they hit him off a play action. It's been working.
Short throw on the right side. I believe it's incomplete.
And that's going to go incomplete. Wanted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And that might be the last we see of Devontae Smith.
Well, and he's such a humble kid, too. When
Nicholas
Sirianni went to him, he said, listen, I'll do whatever you need me to do to help the team win. It's not about the records for me, but it was more about Nick Sirianni wanting him to have the opportunity to break that record, and he's earned it. I know it's an extra game this year and all that, but that meant something to Nick. It meant something to building the culture here on this team.
I like it. I think franchise records are a big deal.
Shotgun,
Sirianni recognized how
snap.
important Deshaun Jackson
Minshew
was
throws
here
it
as
a
well.
screenplay on the right
Set
side
up the
there.
screen to Gainwell.
Gainwell, that's
He'll
going to
have
be
the
another
first down.
Philadelphia Eagle.
And that's
First
how
down.
the first quarter comes to an end.
First. All right, that's it.
And
for
this will
the
be
first
remembered.
quarter of action, ladies and
Gardner
gentlemen.
Minshew throwing the pass to Devontae Smith, the new Eagles record holder in the books after one.
All right, and we're headed to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles driving. Eagles driving, y'all. Nicholas says optimism is the shit, isn't it? When that's all you got, y'all. When that's all you got. $22 up in here, up in here. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and turn on those bell notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes online. Low blow, Smokey, says Nicholas. Cincinnati Bengals fan put up a Jamar Chase fathead in his room today. Viking Jerome doesn't recommend being a Vikings fan. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. It'll be interesting to see what team shows up tomorrow, y'all. Just based on how this team's played over the last 2-3 years, I'm thinking they will come out tomorrow with zero energy and might even get beat by the Bears, by Andy Dalton. Wouldn't shock me even a little bit. Smokey says, I told you to get that terrible towel ready for those terrible tears for the ones that didn't know we found out last weekend. He's a secret Steeler fan. False. What's going on? We are off sync again. Why does this keep off syncing?
That was something.
You'd never seen that before.
All right, first and 10 for the Eagles. They've switched sides of the field. Eagles traveling left to right on your TV screen. They are at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter. Minshew throwing. A little high for Gainwell. Couldn't bring it down. Keanu Neal, who is just returning from the COVID list.
So now the TV's way behind.
They got to yank Devontae Smith out of this game.
I don't really have a second favorite team, Cincinnati Bengals fan. I don't believe in that stuff, but I think if I wasn't a Viking fan, I would be a Raider fan.
Tonight, yeah. Came in needing 125 yards within his reach.
All right, second and 10. Minshew gets the snap, throws it over the middle, caught.
Wide open.
First down. That was weird.
Play.
Jackson with the reception.
That's Tyree Jackson. 13 yards. They might tack on another 15.
But
see Minshew.
There's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer is the call.
Penalties 15 yards added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
So the Eagles are in business.
Yeah, you see him just coming off the edge. He's got a free runner on.
Michael McNerney says
Gardner
Jason
Minshew makes contact to the head.
From
Easy
CBS
call.
Sports is reporting Zimmer out.
Right there. You see
Zimmer
the right
out.
elbow hit him
something.
Right in the ear hole, right underneath the chin.
Spielman in for the Vikings.
Even more importantly, there's a coverage bust in the back end between Keanu Neal and Kelvin Joseph. Look, the Dallas Cowboys defense has to tighten up here. They got to start playing a little bit better as far as their communication and their assignments are concerned.
All right, so the Eagles with a first
the Eagles
and
are moving
10
this football up and down the
from
field
the 14.
That's 15 yards for elbowing.
Minshew in the shotgun, running back to his right. Handoff, going left.
Jason Huntley.
Short gain, it's Huntley. Out at the
Gives him
carry.
a yard. Luke Gifford makes the stop.
Yeah, I went to a couple Raiders games back in the day,
Second
dog
down.
catcher. I actually went to the last game for Franco Harris when he was playing for the Seattle Seahawks.
Down here's where it becomes about assignment football.
I remember that game, and I was
Once
at
you
the
get into
game
red
that Bo
zone,
Jackson
everything
pulled up
so quick.
and his career ended.
Communication, alignment, assignment, execute. It's all very, very important down here. Eagles had some success earlier on when they got down inside the red
picture
zone.
of Valhalla dressed up as a Raiders guy.
From
there
the
you
Dallas
go.
13. Trying to set it up for Gainwell.
Screen on this side. I think Gainwell was
dropped
down
for
at
a
about
loss.
the 21.
Neville Gallimore blew up that play.
But anyway,
lost
the
5.
play blown up. It's going to bring up a third.
Outstanding hustle from Gallimore. Here he is right here. Just watch him. He identifies at 300 pounds. He sees screen, and then look at the hustle to get out there.
I think that's the right choice there. I didn't really think that Spielman should get sent away. But we'll see.
They even bring it back even further because his knee was down at the 21. That goes a loss
I just hope
of 8
that
yards.
we let Zimmer go with some class, y'all. I hope we don't boo him through the whole game tomorrow. I don't know why they didn't just go ahead and let him go at the end of last week.
Pressure.
Another screen here on the right side. And like the last time, the Cowboys don't fall for
makes up for that penalty with a big play.
And the Eagles will probably try to tie this with a field goal on a 3rd and 17.
Donovan Wilson, they gave him zero
4th and
coverage
16.
type of look. He recognized the wide receiver screen. Just put his foot in the ground and drove downhill on Gainwell, made a surefire tackle.
Hello, Valhalla. Hello, everyone.
Jake Elliott.
Dog catcher says that was a great era for the Raiders.
38-yard field goal.
Yeah, their practice facility was in the town that I went to high school. So I got to know quite a few of the Raiders from that era. Not know them, but, meet them. All right, the field goal is up.
To tie the game.
And it's good, and we've got a tie ball
and
game.
he has. 10-10. 12.5 to play in the half.
All right, you heard it. 12.5 remaining, and we've got a tie ball game. 10-10, ladies and gentlemen. New member on the channel, Smokey TV, members up. Thank you so much for your support. Valhalla, holla to Smokey TV, our 20th member here on the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's update this score. That's the most members we've ever had on the channel, 20. A big old 20 spot. Look at that number there on the lower left-hand part of your screen. Thank you so much, though, Smokey TV. Viking Jerome says, I'm only rooting for the Bengals in the playoffs. Fap says, Vikings and Raiders, he's got some kind of a pillaging fetish. Well, rawr. Flexed Bicep says, Cincinnati Bengals fan. Alan says, Valhalla Sports Talk, there should be no hate between the Vikes and Pack. Great compy. I hate the Packers. Yeah, I met Lyle Alzado, dog catcher. Matter of fact, when the Raiders won their Super Bowl in the 80s in Los Angeles, I remember the day that they came back to the practice facility, and some guy got a little too aggressive with Alzado's family as they were getting out of the car, and I thought he was going to kill a man. I thought he was going to kill the dude, but he managed to control himself, but he looked like he was going to kill the dude. Nicholas Boatwright says Burrow is a badass. Smokey says the Steelers and Vikings still suck, though, even though he's a member. You have the right to your opinion as a member here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Everyone else, you cannot have an opinion. Opinions are denied. Cincinnati Bengals fan says, yes, sir. So I know we're all out of sync here now, y'all, but I'm terrified to try to fix it while the game's going on, or I'll miss something. Let's get back to it.
Teammates, that was from Christmas night prior to their game against the Giants. You didn't get to hear his laugh there, but when we talked to Jalen Hurts about
Did
Kelsey's
I turn off that music?
laugh, it's infectious. Every time you hear him laugh, it makes you want to
Nicholas
laugh
Boatwright
too.
says,
He wasn't laughing there. And
Oh.
if that's the way he is on Christmas, can you imagine how he is the rest of the year?
All right, the kick is away to the Cowboys.
Corey Clement will return it.
Clement running it back to the 20.
The Cowboys end zone.
25 down at the
And
26.
he'll spit out just beyond the 25-yard line.
You know, in all seriousness, Jason Kelsey just
Showtime
got
says
voted
I'm
to his
rooting for the
5th Pro
Bengals
Bowl.
too,
He's a
even against my
three-time
Browns this week.
All-Pro and a first-teamer.
Fix
And,
your
there's,
draft position.
There's 11
Not me,
other
bro.
centers
I never root against my
in
team.
the National
Ever.
Football League
I never
that
root
have
for
done
a
that.
loss.
5 Pro Bowls and 3-time first-team All-Pros. And all 11 of those
Dog
are
Catcher
in
says
the Hall
great
of Fame.
Lyle Alzado
And this
stories.
guy right
He was
here is gonna
intense.
be
He
in the Hall of
was.
Fame.
He was
Surefire,
intense.
first ballot, no question about it in my mind.
Both he and his brother Travis were drafted by Andy Reid, right? Jason here.
All right, here we go.
Travis
First and
in
10
Kansas
for the
City.
Cowboys. Handoff to Zeke.
Ezekiel Elliott.
And he'll get nothing.
Stop by at your
So
side.
kind of a
Scott, we
funny
should say
story
Travis
about
Kelce
those
was
days with
okay.
the
Was
Raiders.
banged up a little bit.
Do you
in
guys
the
and
earlier
gals
games
remember
today.
Ted
Chiefs
Hendricks,
had to
the
hang on against
stork,
the Broncos
the
in
tight
Denver.
end for the Raiders?
And both drafted
Ted Hendricks used to have
by
a
Andy Reid,
limousine,
right?
an old
So,
limo.
great.
It wasn't even a nice one, but it was a limo. And he would make
And
the
if you're wondering
rookies
about his
drive him
streak,
to
and a
and
lot of
from
people
practice
were.
every day.
Like, we're around town, we see
Every
people
year,
like, we don't
he'd
care who
get a new
Sirianni
rookie,
plays
and
in the
that guy
game.
was responsible
But
to
Kelsey's
pick up
got to keep
Hendricks
his streak alive.
from his house to
And he
take him
came
to
in and had the
practice.
opening snap tonight and got out of there.
Jorge
122
Gomez says, let's go
consecutive
Cowboys.
games. Cowboys break the huddle late. See, there's 2 on the play clock.
Reginald says, do you think the greatest woman respecter and glorious leader of
And
men will
timeout,
retire
Dallas.
after Sunday?
see
I
that
actually
from a
think he
mile
will.
away.
I think he's done. I just see it in his eye that he doesn't have it in him anymore. He gave all he could, y'all.
You know, going back to Kelsey,
He gave all he could to the team. He just did not have it in him to take us to the next level.
The legendary offensive line coach.
Jorge didn't think it would be
identified
this
Jason
close.
early in the
Viking
draft
Drone says
process
Lyle Alzado took a lot of
Someone who he
roids.
loved
I think
for
that's
his
what killed him.
athleticism, his ability, as Howard used to tell me all the time.
That's the rumor, I
Like,
think.
it doesn't need to be pretty. I just need offensive linemen who can stay in front of the other guy. To stay in front of the other guy and get my quarterback
Smokey
a
says
chance.
there's only one thing
Jason
that me
can
and
do much
Valhalla
better
agree
than
on,
that.
and that's a cheesehead.
Here's the highlight of his night.
I'm trying to get him to understand about
He
the
got
Vikings,
totally
but he
dressed.
just
Look at that
won't
brace
listen.
on the left elbow.
Yeah, I'll probably
make it
never
look
listen to
official.
you.
Ready to go.
It's tough to teach an old dog new tricks, my
We'll
man.
walk out of here with no grass stains on the uni tonight.
It's
I'm
tough
done.
to
Get
teach
me
an
outta
old
here.
dog new
Get
tricks.
me ready for that wild card weekend.
Well, you got to give some credit to
The
Jeff
dog
Stoutland,
catcher
too.
says,
Obviously,
yes,
Kelsey
Hendricks,
is the leader on the field, but Jeff Stoutland, their
hazingest tight
offensive
end
line
in Raiders
coach,
history.
has done an unbelievable job in
Yeah,
getting
he
this
had
line
fun,
back
y'all.
to
He was a
playing at a high
partier.
level this year after what they went through a year ago. They've been outstanding.
Fake handoff to Zeke on a 2nd and 10. Thrown over the middle. Caught by
Lamb. In the middle.
Wow, bounces off of 2 Eagles and keeps running, takes it all the way to the 48.
Gives you a good effort there, and it's a pickup of 31.
48.
This is a beautiful route by CeeDee Lamb and great adjust. Watch how he snatches this ball out of the air, back behind his body.
Who, Ben?
As Zach McPherson is trying to swipe that ball out of there and then get the ball up the field.
Says,
that is
we
not
love
easy
that
to do.
Of being a Viking fan.
And then it's the run after the catch, something he was great at Oklahoma. He's been great at it in the pros. Those are kind of plays they need from CeeDee Lamb.
Dak and Lamb haven't hooked up on a touchdown on
1st and 10.
Since week 10.
Handoff to
Zeke.
Zeke.
A while. Here's Zeke.
Dak actually
sort
got out and blocked there.
By Dak Prescott. More
Zeke
kind of got
gains
in the
about
way.
4.
Little pick and roll, pick up a 6.
And that last play to CeeDee Lamb, that's what they need. They need more of that
remaining in the second quarter. Tie ball game, 10-10
he wants to score
between
on
the
every
Cowboys
play
and
that
the
he
Eagles.
touches the ball. Now, he hasn't
CeeDee Lamb
always
so
been
far
on
in
the
this
same
game,
page
2 receptions for
Dak
45
Prescott,
yards.
and I think they're working on that and working through that. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he's one of the most dynamic
Cincinnati
receivers
Bengals
in the
fans,
NFL.
I always liked the
bar
Bills
none.
fan base since they donated to Dalton's charity when we got them into the playoffs.
That's Wilson in motion. He's got the Cowboys touchdown.
A run to the right by Zeke. First down, Cowboys.
Got first down yardage.
Ball's out, but I think he was down.
That ball might have
first down.
You see, I like this kind of run that they're doing here. Just watch CeeDee, watch them block down, and watch Lyle Collins get out here on the perimeter.
Retirement?
They get leverage there, boom.
About Zimmer
and now you see Lyle Collins. You see how he's
Vikes.
able to get out on the perimeter and continue to seal the edge. And now they've got a soft corner and can get the ball. I love those kind of schemed up runs.
Well, the Cowboys were trying to go fast there. The Eagles have challenged. That ball came loose at the very end.
If the game starts tomorrow morning
down on the field.
And Zimmer is not on the sideline.
Andre Sachare
supposed to be a meeting. Wow, that ball might have come loose, y'all.
Boy, that ball looked like it was coming out.
Philadelphia has challenged the ruling on the field.
All right, we've got a challenge on the field.
The previous play is under review.
I said, hold up.
Very quickly.
Wait a minute.
You know what? It does start to move slightly, but not enough. I think he's down by contact.
The red challenge flag thrown by the Philadelphia Eagles on this play.
We'll come back. See what Ron Torbert has to say about that.
All right, we head to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas says, you know I'm being sarcastic. I feel it, bro. I feel it. It's a curse I walk around with daily. Jorge says, okay, you think so? Yeah, well, the Vikings brass is supposed to meet before the game tomorrow. That's come out for sure. And I think what they will do at that point is say, okay, we've decided what we were thinking all week is in fact going to happen. Zimmer will be let go, and he'll be offered an opportunity to retire, and I think Zimmer will take it. They'll give him some money. You know, he's got, I think, 2 years left on his contract. They'll probably pay 1 year of that, and Zimmer will go back to Montana and live a happy life with his grandkids and his Maxim model. Michael McNerney thinks that meeting was Wednesday. Well, everything I've seen of him as far as press conference since Wednesday, including Wednesday, he looked like a defeated guy to me, like he knew already what's going on. Yeah, it's time for a new direction for the franchise, Jorge. It's time for a new voice in that Vikings locker room. Smokey says Ben's retirement talk will never mean anything until he actually retires. Now, I think he's done too if you looked at him at the end of that game the other night. Mike thinks that Zimmer's going to go be a defensive coordinator for someone next season. I don't, man. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see it, y'all.
Maine's Cowboys ball.
All right, let's get back to it.
Show you another look at it here.
Philadelphia loses the challenge.
And it does move, but he's got possession when he's taken to the ground with contact. Nick Sirianni had been great on challenge this season. A 5-1 record. Make him now 5-2. Eagles charged with a timeout. Connor McGovern, the offensive lineman in front of Elliott. It's time to hand it to Zeke.
All right, Zeke up the middle this time.
Inside the 30, inside the 25.
About 5.
Marvin Wilson's stop. Pick up a 4.
I think he's done, y'all.
Yeah, you can see how committed Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore are to getting this run game going. When they bring Connor McGovern in at fullback and they run the ball between the tackles,
I think it's to
a
be
point of
determined,
emphasis.
Nicholas.
There's no doubt. Previous play, they get out to the edge, which I think is how Kellen Moore thinks this offense can run the ball most efficiently,
here in the second
is
quarter.
on the outside. And when they want to run it inside, they're going to bring some beef in.
From the 35.
That was my takeaway from the conversation with Mike McCarthy.
They
were going to run 30 times or more no matter what else happens tonight.
Dak under center, pitch to Zeke going right. Gains maybe
There's
1.
Elliott for a yard. Down to Lisa.
Yes, Steve, Ezekiel Elliott has a chance to hit the 1,000-yard mark tonight, but he said that didn't really factor into his desire to play in this game. He said he remembers his rookie season back in 2016. He said they were playing great football at the end of the year. They sat out the finale. They had a first-round bye. And that game against Green Bay, he said after being off 2 weeks, we started off terrible. So Zeke said, I've seen what can happen when you rest. I'd rather go build momentum.
I really hope, if it goes down like this,
Zeke's
if he coaches tomorrow, I hope the Viking fans treat him with some dignity.
30 yards on 8 carries tonight on the ground.
I don't want him booing the whole game. Ball snapped on a 3rd and 5.
Dak to throw under
Prescott
pressure.
Going over the middle.
All alone.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Wilson
for the touchdown. Second touchdown for Wilson tonight. Good for 24 yards.
You're just going to see Cedric Wilson, number 3 in the trips,
Wilson
meaning counting
right
outside in.
Middle,
1, 2, 3.
to the left.
He's just going to run the pylon
Catches
route.
it about a yard short of the goal line, then leans over with a Philly defender on his
in the
back.
Eagles secondary. That's an easy throw and catch.
And I think he broke the plane.
Yeah, this secondary for the Eagles, it's a skeleton crew back there, and whether they play man-to-man or whether they play zone. If they play man, it's hard to stay with CeeDee Lamb and with Amari Cooper. If you play zone, you got to communicate, and they haven't done a whole lot of that either. So this is kind of like,
what the hell did you buy for $900 at the store? Kick is up, and it's good.
Sirloin on the extra point. There are a lot of wide open spaces tonight in that Philadelphia secondary.
All right, so the Cowboys move into the lead with another tutty. And it's 17-10 Cowboys here in the second quarter. Donation for kids and homeless people? Where's my donation? I'm a kid. Viking Jerome says maybe we'll see Zimmer promoting Viagra commercials. Little Beastie says it's my daily routine. Every day you go downtown and spend $900? That's pretty cool. Smokey TV wants to know if Little Beastie got us some snacks. $19 Berzerkers up in here. We just can't seem to get over that 25 number. Little Beastie says, I just realized I'm almost broke. What? What? Beastie's like, you ain't getting none of that money, Valhalla. You ain't getting none of it. I'm giving it to the kids and the homeless people. You get nothing. Zero zilch. Nada. Little Beastie says, I only have 287. Oh, I get it. You're trying to be like your hero. Fap says, for a dude whose wife died, I don't think he should be doing blue pill commercials. All right, let's get back to it.
And the Eagles went on to win their first Super Bowl 41-33.
now the Eagles back in the playoffs. 4 out of the last 5 years they've been in the playoffs. Last year,
we act
homeless,
put a
Seattle game, and that was
campsite in the background
looking at
on
that
my
team,
TV, on my stream here.
Where they were and all
that
the
might be it.
Drama.
Did I forget to turn off the music? Yeah, I did.
A year later, it really is a great story.
And the offense will run on field. And Corey Clement, welcome back. Grew up the Eagles fan. Gracie talked about it earlier. He's a rookie here for the Eagles. And in that Super Bowl 52 win, he had 4 catches for 100 yards.
Says, my hero
but
is
he's
Mr.
the
Beast.
guy that
took
the snap.
Well, there you go.
They go wild card. Everybody knows Trey Burton.
Me.
Everybody knows Nick
Help
Foles.
Me.
I don't think anybody remembers that Corey Clement actually took the snap out of the Wildcat in the Philly special.
Yeah, and he would tell you that perfect pitch, that was the whole key to the play.
And he went to high school, Glassboro, New Jersey, some 21 miles from where we stand here today. It's quite a Super Bowl.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for the Eagles from the 25.
Jalen Reagor.
Reagor
Eagles
gains
trying to
about
get
3.
him involved. He slipped down. Gain of 3.
There you see Randy Gregory right there, defensive end, who Dan Quinn is just so fired up about, and that every opponent that they go against, they all remember number 94, one of the best pass rushers on this football team. They've got 3 really good ones.
Known for his sensibilities.
This guy's going to need to be a force for them to get to where they want to get to, as he has been all year long.
However he's thinking.
6 sacks this season, ties his career high.
2nd and 7. Fake handoff.
Minshew able to escape.
Minshew runs
Picks up a couple blocks and he'll slide
2.
down. Give him a couple.
You know, talking about Randy Gregory, Dan Quinn told us he couldn't
wait to coach too much to leave
Randy
Minnesota.
Gregory. He recruited him, obviously.
Smoky TV says is there a policy against helping Vikings fans?
He was a phenomenal talent.
Probably.
Obviously, he has been through so much in his life and his career. And finally, now this season, got the consistency and playing. And I think Dan Quinn's done an excellent job with him, as he has done with this entire defense. There's no question in my mind he's the assistant coach of the year in the National Football League.
All right, Minshew in the shotgun, empty backfield on a 3rd and 5. Ball snapped.
141-point improvement from a season ago.
Throws it over the left side, caught.
And able to complete. Quez Watkins.
You heard it,
First
Quez Watkins.
Gain of 21.
That's a first down.
This is just nice execution here by Gardner Minshew as Quez Watkins runs a little 7 route, a little corner route. You see him having the fade off to his left, keeping his eyes down the field. Doris Armstrong is right in his face, and he throws an absolute dime.
Minshew wants to throw.
Minshew tries to step up again. This time it's incomplete on the left side.
Off the fingertips of Gainwell. And Terrell Basham had the pressure for Dallas.
Yeah, LaRaven Clark, the right tackle.
Says maybe I can win the sports bet or whatever
he hasn't played a whole lot. And so he goes up
$1.
against Basham and
maybe
Gregory and Armstrong and Lawrence. That's a long day. You have to run the football if you're the Eagles
says Zimmer,
to take some pressure off of those tackles on the outside.
Yeah, these guys are starting to turn it up a little bit now. They're starting to get after him and get off the snap.
All right, 6:19 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Clock stop. Minshew in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Trips right formation. Ball handed off, going left.
Here's Huntley.
Huntley breaks
down
loose.
And then some.
Still on his feet.
Able to stay on his feet inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
It's a pickup of 18 and
First
a
down.
touchdown-saving tackle by DeMonte Casey.
Look at the center and the left guard, Opeta. How they combination block on the defensive tackle up to the linebacker. And then great vision to the 2nd level. So when we talk about running the football with this offensive line, even though they're the backups, they're run blocking well.
It's like a prize fighter
That's a career
fight here.
best rush of 18
Throw
yards.
to the left to the tight end.
Here's Tyree Jackson.
Nice gain of about
3rd
7.
catch of the night. He had the touchdown earlier.
Just watch Jason Huntley's feet now. I mean, this kid is got good balance, got good quickness.
Huntley, one of those running backs
this is
you
a great
draft in
opportunity
fantasy
for a
football,
lot of people,
and he never
not
does
just
shit
Gardner Minshew tonight.
until it's too late.
Jason Huntley, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, burst onto the scene.
2nd-year player out of New Mexico State. 5th-round draft pick of the Lions in 20. He stays in there. 2 tight ends.
2nd and 4 from the 24. Handoff. Straight ahead.
Flag
We've got a
comes in.
flag on the play.
They're going to get him on a hole. Donovan Wilson made the stop.
Wrong button.
They're
Wrong
going to get
button.
the tight end on the end of line of scrimmage.
Which tight end?
Okay, I got you. Tongi.
Holding on the offense.
10-yard penalty. Would be second down.
How'd I do?
I thought you were going to go Richard Rodgers there. No. Tagiai, first penalty against the Eagles tonight.
Smokey says, so the $1 Million Football doesn't have an automatic switch. I think you got ripped off.
You don't take the easy way out.
It don't. I forgot.
Sure.
You didn't even know you were trying me on that.
I got a new element I'm working with here. Going back and forth. I need to get these monitors closer together.
Written phonetically right here. Not like it looks.
Sheila says this game seems pretty good so far.
At the Dallas 34, under 5.
It's now a 2nd and 14 from the 39. Excuse me, from the 34. Ball snap, fake handoff. Minshew looks, throws it. A check down.
Got it to Richard Rodgers.
Who takes it to the 25.
And down to the 25, pick up of 9. Richard Rodgers' name should sound familiar.
Little BC says, I got to go. Thor's Army, the Berzerkers. See you Sunday. Keep up the good content.
The Eagles Monday night or a year ago against Seattle.
Have a great night.
Had the Hail Mary, but had the big Hail Mary that people remember in Detroit for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
All right, a long one. Head to work with a Vikings club
a name for the Miracle.
At a pizza joint when in high school. We opened at 8 a.m., shut down to the public. You could imagine that fun. They were in the parking lot waiting for me to open.
Is down for the Eagles. And he's playing in place of
Sheila
Jason
says
Kelce.
we need to throw a flag on the host for pressing the wrong button.
Ceremonial opening snap, and that was supposed to be it.
Little Beastie says another thing, sub to Valhalla.
Yeah, no, he's not grabbing any helmets.
You see Jason's body language? He's looking, I'm not going out there.
Give me Jack Anderson up. There's the 23-year-old rookie.
Get up, big dog.
All right, 4:29 remaining in the second quarter. Clock stopped here.
He's still not coming to the game.
In the action as a Philadelphia Eagle comes off injured, number 64.
Talk him out of not going in there more than talking him into it. That man loves to play the game.
I'm not sure what they're chanting in Philadelphia.
Communicate with the Cowboys a little
Shower
bit.
Dallas with praise.
I think it says they're saying Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks. Dallas
Unprompted,
sucks.
no reason. Just talk to him. I love it.
See if we get word on Toth.
All right, one running back,
Anderson
one tight end, 3 wideouts on the field for the Eagles. Minshew in the shotgun, running
Third
back to his
5.
left. Trips
5
left.
of 7. The Eagles are on third down. They want to run on 3rd and 5. How about that play call? And Kenneth Gainwell
gashes the Cowboys, takes it all the way to the 6
17
for another Philadelphia Eagle.
Boy, watch the right guard come out. Shika came in. He just came in first snap of the game, and he gets out. And look at the cut from Gainwell inside for the first down.
Dallas can't defend the run or the
tempo
pass
out of
today.
the Eagles here.
Ball snapped on a 1st and goal.
Minshew
over the middle. Wow.
Wanted Gainwell,
the intended receiver.
Area, and it falls
wow, that could have got ugly. Vander Esch in on the hit stick
slowly.
For the Cowboys.
You're going to see Vander Esch really close here on Gainwell.
Sheila Jones isn't a Viking fan. She's a Chiefs fan.
Runs into Keanu Neal.
Smokey.
He was slow to get up on that play.
She is a Chiefs fan.
That was a heck of a collision between those two.
10th play of the drive.
All right, second and goal now. 1 running back, 3 tight ends, and a wide out for the Eagles. Minshew under center. Handoff again.
Straight
going right again.
Gainwell. Into the end zone.
Touchdown Eagles.
For the Eagles.
And the Eagles come right down and put their own touchdown on the board
force
here.
And leverage. And just look at
Extra
Donovan
point
Wilson here, number 6 on the edge against Tyree Jackson. Look, if you were playing him man-to-man, you still got to have some awareness as to what's happening outside of you as far as making sure that you keep the sideboards on the defense.
Johnny Lawrence
That's
can
just
be
too easy
coach.
For Gainwell. Gainwell saying, hey, look,
Sheila
that's how you want to play it. I'll waltz on in here for a touchdown.
Chiefs fan.
Great execution on the part of the Eagles in this entire drive.
Jake Elliott for the tie.
Right downtown, bang! And we're tied up at 17.
3 long scoring drives by the Eagles. 11 plays, 10 plays, and another 10 plays.
Minshew with his hands up in the air as soon as he handed that bad boy off. And the Eagles tie it. That over-under looking pretty spicy for the over, I'm thinking. Just a little. Just a little. There is literally no defense being played in this football game. You got to respect how the Eagles are playing here. Of course, they're in the playoffs. They need some momentum getting in there because not many teams go in as a wild card to win the Super Bowl. The last one I can remember, well, I know the Raiders did it. Were the Broncos a wild card team on Super Bowl 50 when they won it? Who was the last team, chat? Who was the last team in the NFL to win the Super Bowl after being a wild card? Maybe the Eagles. Maybe it was the Eagles. Jorge Gomez says exactly no defense. That over-under, at least if you bet it this morning, was set at 443. I think the max it went up to was 44 today. So the Eagles were the last team. And Fap thinks maybe the Steelers. I think it was the Eagles.
Rushing team in the National Football League, but these aren't the starters. This is the backup offensive line, and it's not Boston Scott, not Jordan Howard. It's Kenneth Gainwell,
says that's
and it's Jason Huntley. But this line against the starters for the Cowboys, they're making some holes, Lewis.
Yeah, they sure are, and they are getting their head on the right side of the blocks. The running backs are reading it properly. You see Gainwell right there, where you talked about Donovan Wilson not having enough awareness on the edge to make sure that he can force that run back in. And look, Huntley and Gainwell said, hey, look, you don't want to play the starters tonight, we'll take it. We'll take it. They're running with opportunity.
Diggs
we saw the Eagles in Dallas week 3 on Monday Night Football. That night, Philadelphia had a season-low 64 rushing yards in the entire game. They got 82 already.
He's covering in the NFL
in that
this year.
game, they only handed the ball off to a running back 3 times.
Three times.
Now, I know they got behind, but that was not the recipe early for the Eagles.
The NFL playoffs are just around the corner. All kicks off at Super Wild Card Weekend. Saturday doubleheader, followed by a Sunday tripleheader.
All right, y'all, I'm going to try to do a number of these wild card games on Wild Card Weekend, but I'm not going to do 6 of them.
Megacast coverage.
I'll probably do the night games,
3 days,
both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
One epic long weekend. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts right here.
All right, let's move the $1 Million Football
See how Dallas
the Cowboys before
back.
someone calls me out.
3:40 to play.
Ball
in the first half, tied at 17.
Prescott tries to throw it over the middle. It's knocked down at the line.
Milton Williams for the Eagles. Rookie out of Louisiana Tech.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, they really like Milton Williams here in Philadelphia.
So
just
that
reading
team,
the quarterback's
Giants
eyes.
versus
As soon
the
as
Patriots?
he sees that quarterback, he can hit his 3rd step. Then he's jumping.
I think that hit him in the elbow,
10,
too.
3:37 remaining in the second quarter.
So 2nd and 10.
Hand off to Zeke. He gets loose up the middle, and Zeke is running through. The Philly secondary takes it all the way
and Elliott
to the
and the Cowboys are across
line.
midfield, gain of 26.
Look, that's the kind of run you need. You got a double team here. You're going to see Schultz come up inside, and you're just going to see Zeke follow it all right down the barrel. That's a nice cut there to the outside, puts his foot in the ground, gets north and south again. Those are the kind of runs they need from Ezekiel Elliott. That's the kind of execution they need up front from their offensive line.
98 Broncos. We're
Elliott
going all over the place.
8 games without a 20-yard play.
Prescott back to pass, throws it underneath.
He picks up 25 there.
Who's that?
And that's Clement.
Corey Clement.
Giving Elliott a bit
8.
of a breather. Pick up a 7.
So
Patrick
Pollard
Johnson
must be out tonight,
made
y'all.
the stop.
Cowboys,
second down, 2:42 remaining in the second.
Getting plays run. Going up tempo here.
Going up the middle.
Right back to Clement.
And that's going to be another first down for the Cowboys.
Needed 2, got 7. First down, Dallas. 2.5 to play.
The Cowboys lost a timeout at some point. I'm not sure when.
Operating offense in the National Football League. That was a little bit surprising to find that out today. You think of this team, you don't think of how fast they go, but that's part of their attack.
All right, ball snapped on a 1st and 10. Prescott throws it over the middle. Check down to Cooper, I believe.
Cooper.
And he takes
inside
it
the 30, his 4th catch of the night.
To the 29.
Good for 6 yards, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning of the second quarter.
At the 2-minute warning.
Tie ball game, 17-17. We're all over the place. The 1981 Raiders were the first to do it. 2001 Ravens. I have no idea then. You guys are just guessing all over the place. Does anyone know for a fact? Inquiring minds want to know. Patriot Roadie says 06 Steelers, then the 08 Giants. And then Jorge says, yeah, the Giants in 08. Patriot says, no, I know for sure. I'm looking it up, man. So 06 Steelers, then the 08 Giants. I wonder what Philly was, what seed they were the year they won it. I wonder what seed the Philadelphia Eagles were that year that they won it. After they blew out the Vikings. After they blew out my Minnesota Vikings. Ooh, bad cough for the COO. You might have the Rona. I thought I had something here for halftime. But it sure don't appear so. Sheila says, can someone please check Google for the answer? What seed were the Eagles the year that they won the Super Bowl? Jorge says the Eagles were the number 1 seed. Fool. The Carson Wentz. No, it wasn't Wentz then. It was that other guy. It was that other dude that won the Super Bowl that year with the Eagles.
Highly entertaining. The Broncos were in control there late, and then they
All right, here we go.
And a preview of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, Georgia and Alabama. That's all coming up at halftime. Interesting contest developing here as well. 17 all, 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
Cowboys
Dak Prescott in the shotgun. Cowboys with a 2nd and 3. Uh-oh.
Flag comes in. Free
Flag
play
comes
for
in.
Dak.
The Eagles were offsides. Boom! Caught at the 2-yard line by Amari Cooper. He's blasted out of bounds, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Cowboys.
26. I think the ball might have been tipped, and Cooper caught it anyway.
No, not McNabb.
Offside. Defense, number 75.
Exactly. Nick Foltz.
Play results in a first down.
This is a big-time catch from Amari Cooper. Yeah, you know you got the offside, so you know your
Nick
quarterback
Foltz
is going to take a shot.
When they won it.
So here comes the ball in the air. You know there's a safety back there, too. And
Don Catcher says the last wild-card team to win the Super Bowl was the Packers in 2010.
You're going to take that big shot. That's a big play.
1st down and goal. Dak wants to throw for it.
Well, did he get his feet in? No.
You can see that. He was standing on the
Cooper
right.
unable to get his feet in. And that'll go
Cooper
as an
made the catch,
incompletion.
working on Zach McPherson.
Well, that's a nasty route by Amari Cooper. Just look how he's able to change direction.
Yes, I do remember Viking Jerome. I cleaned out my house emptied in like 3 minutes. I was alone.
Right there, if he
had
reaches out with his hands,
game.
Lewis, to catch that ball rather than coming into his body, that's a touchdown. You reach out with your hands, you can keep your feet on the ground.
Here we go, 2nd and goal. Right. Dak in the shotgun. They put Cooper in motion to the far side.
On the 2.
Fake handoff, thrown to the tight end, Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys go back up top.
You see the Cowboys are running a lot of these rub routes. We saw one earlier. Watch Schultz.
Nick
We're going to get the
Foles won
rub from
that
the
Super
outside
Bowl
right there
after
from
the
Cooper.
Wentz
Just
injury.
a little bit. That was a lot more discreet than CeeDee Lamb earlier in the game, and it's an easy touchdown the flat.
He lured
he
Kayvon
did. It got him a couple contracts, didn't it, Fab?
Delaying a little bit. Just looked inside, made you think, hey, maybe he's going to block. I'll take my eyes off him real quick, see what's happening with the ball.
All right, here we go. Extra point.
And he's gone. Smart play design.
Zuerlein
is up, and it's
on the extra point, and he missed it.
No good. He missed it.
The sixth missed point after touchdown of the season for Greg Zuerlein. And
wow, Zuerlein misses the extra point. I know we're behind a little bit, y'all. I know we're behind a little bit on the telecast. I'll fix it at the half. Or at least get it closer. They're still talking here.
Quick, if you peek inside, we talked about how fast things happen down here on the goal line in the red area. You have no
Yeah,
margin
that's
for
true.
error.
Wentz did get him there.
Dak Prescott says, yep. That's how we like it.
Dak was
Hey,
celebrating
Smokey TV, I'm surprised you haven't used your member exclusive emojis. You know you got a Minnesota Viking emoji, right?
And that's all they get is the 6. Cowboys offense
Maybe
now
a Laker
touchdown. 11 straight red zone drives.
Daniel Berry checks in, says, what's up? What's up, buddy?
Streak in the last 25 years. They don't settle for
Daniel
field
thinks the
goals.
Dodgers need to sign Carlos Correa.
Well, they wanted to come into this game and get their rhythm back, get their swagger back offensively. And listen, it doesn't matter who's out there.
So 1:45 remaining in the second quarter here. Cowboys
first half offensively. The big surprise
go
to me
down the field, get a touchdown, but miss the extra point, and they lead it 23-17. Kick away to the Eagles, who take possession of the $1 Million Football. Huntley returning it.
Trying to get a return.
Takes it right to about, they're forcing him further to the 27.
And the Eagles still have a couple timeouts. Here's a look at your NFC playoff picture.
Smokey using,
told you the Cowboys still finish as the 2, 3, or 4 seed. They win the night. They need a lot of help.
I think I get to add a new one thanks to you joining up, dude. I think 20 is the number where I can put up another one.
And the Rams beat the Niners tomorrow.
Fab says we don't want no stinking Astro.
There's another way, but as Nick Sirianni pointed out, it really doesn't matter to them. If they win or lose tonight in Philadelphia, they could still be 6 or 7. So that was his attitude in terms of personnel.
All right, so first and 10, 1:36 remaining.
They're going to face the Buccaneers.
Minshew in the shotgun, handoff to Gainwell right up the middle again, and he rips off another 9-yard run.
They lost 28-22.
And there is one crazy scenario in which the Eagles and Cowboys could meet in the wild card. Cowboys win the night. Niners beat the Rams. Panthers beat the Bucks. That's the only scenario.
Ball
Eagles
snap.
Cowboys. In a
Minshew
wild
throws
card
it on the
showdown.
left side, almost picked off. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Going to be offside there.
Offside. Defense number 93.
Offsides on the Cowboys.
Penalty results in the first down.
Offsides on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, you're going to see Terrell Basham right here. Trying to jump the snap there against Dillard.
All right, we're getting further and further behind. We're almost a play behind now. Minshew in the shotgun on a 1st and 10. Ball snapped. Minshew steps up.
Minshew.
He's going to run it, and it'll be a gain of about 4.
Out to the 45, pickup of 4. And clock will wind. 60
Smokey
seconds
TV
left.
says flag on the host for being a secret Steeler fan.
That's where you want Gardner Minshew to climb the pocket, but keep his eyes downfield rather than go down
Second
there
and 6, Minshew in the shotgun. Ball snapped. Steps up again. This time he's going to try to run. Another flag on the play.
That's going to be
this
holding.
time I think it'll be holding on them Eagles.
See if they got Opeta.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
That's
you heard
Dillard.
it.
And you're going to see Dillard against Basham again. You see he has a nice set on him. Nice, good spot.
So the other night when
has
you guys
him locked
when
out
we were
now
doing the
as
audio
Minshew
for the
climbs the
Laker
pocket
game,
and Bassman tries to
my
disengage.
computer was
That's where he
struggling,
grabs
y'all.
him.
I restarted it
3/4
today.
of the down,
It's
he
doing
played it
well. I only
perfectly.
got like
Just that
8%
last
CPU
part.
usage right now.
2nd and 16.
But I don't know why this
Pushed
the
back
game on the
inside
computer is so
35.
far behind all of a sudden. Ball snapped. Minshew has some time, throws it, check down,
That ball's knocked
and it's
down.
going to fall incomplete,
Wanted to go to
intended for
Greg
Ward Jr.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you can sense the frustration in Gardner Minshew.
tonight.
He's played pretty well in this first half, and with a great opportunity with a little under 2 minutes here before halftime. You know, they are sputtering, they're stalling, and this
He's
is
12
a missed
for
opportunity
19
for him.
for 106 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick.
Affected by that.
Cowboys have been great in this spot, though. Dallas has allowed
Smokey says,
6
"Don't worry,
points,
Chad. I'm working on
2
being a
field
Colts
goals
fan
in the
by the
final
time
2
I'm
minutes
done."
of the first half, this entire season. This is where they shine.
No, I still have
3rd
the
and
same
16.
TV. I'm just trying to bring the audio in so it's clear for you
Stuffing up
folks.
front.
Minshew sacked.
Minshew down. DeMarcus Lawrence got there. He'll do a push-up and a timeout. Clock stopped with 27 seconds left.
All right, so the Eagles call a timeout.
DeMarcus Lawrence come inside on the tackle, and you're just going to see him right here at the bottom of your screen. Just watch him there. He's just going to go inside. They're going to run an ET. You see he's the penetrator. Gallimore trying to wrap outside of him, and he's just going to keep on pushing. Just keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Just assault the pocket. Gardner has nowhere to go with it.
No, I've still got the same TV.
But Dan Quinn told us, look, Cam Chancellor was the tone setter in Seattle when he was the defensive coordinator there. He said that
Patriot
guy for this
Roadie says
defense
deja vu
is
on the Secret
DeMarcus
Steelers
Lawrence.
fan. Jeff.
The tempo he plays with, the
You guys don't know what
physicality he
you're
plays
talking
with,
about.
the attitude he plays with, you could see it right,
All right.
there.
Eagles in
They put a few more seconds back on the
punt
clock.
formation here. Sapas back to punt
Sipas
this bad
come
boy
out
away.
and punt it away. CeeDee Lamb is back deep for the Cowboys.
They kick it out of
Dallas has
bounds.
one
The Cowboys
timeout
are going to have
remaining.
decent field
Cowboys
position
do
at the
get the football to start
45
the second half.
with 24 seconds remaining. The way they've been moving, that's enough time to do some damage.
Shanked that one. Lamb running up.
So the Cowboys will take over at the 42.
They're going to start in plus territory.
Luis says, "Fly, Eagles, fly." Packers Nation
Cowboys
12
have
in
an
the house as I
opportunity to get some
honestly
more
see
points
Dallas
at the
losing
plus
in the first
43.
round.
Yeah, complete breakdown here from the Eagles right before half. You go
Not quite
on
backwards,
offense,
but it
and
wasn't
you
pretty.
have an opportunity, and Gardner Minshew eats the ball
Luis
3
is a
plays in a row.
huge
And then your
Minshew
kicker
fan.
comes out and shanks one off the side with a 22-yard punt.
You can see the ball just seems like it left his hand.
Jorge wants the Cowboys to get 3 here. Let's move the $1 million football over to the
Dallas will get the ball at the
Cowboys.
start of the second half as well.
They're
All
ready.
righty,
Zerline's
24
range.
seconds left, 1st and 10.
Say
Empty
that after he missed the
backfield.
extra point.
Prescott in the shotgun. Ball snapped. Prescott going
steps
for it all
and
over the middle.
fires, and it's
Caught.
Cedric
Wilson again takes it to the
That number 1 in
15.
blue flash is coming across the middle.
And the Cowboys
And a
take
timeout.
their
Good for
second
28 yards.
timeout.
Wilson's had himself a really nice first half.
This was a really confident throw from Dak Prescott. Watch when he releases this ball. He's going to release it right now, and look at where he's throwing that
Cowboys
football.
already in business.
He is anticipating Wilson to go up
Patriot
and get
Roadie
that
says
football.
beer
If he
time. I
doesn't
agree.
make that
Halftime, I'm gonna
throw
go get me a beer.
perfectly, it's an interception behind
During my
Wilson.
break.
So that's the trust I was talking
Luis
about
says the
earlier in this
Cowboys
game with Dak and
don't
his
scare
receivers.
anybody. This team is
Throwing them
beatable.
open, throwing them into
I
holes,
would argue
and
that
trusting
all
his
the teams
receivers
in
are
the
gonna get to
NFL
that.
are
Was a great
beatable this
example.
year. There is
Yeah,
no
that's part of the
dominant
Eagles
team in the
defense. Look, that's poor
NFL, in my
situational
opinion.
awareness as far as their underneath coverage in that cover too. You know here that they're going to try and push the ball down the field, get in the scoring range. You got to get more depth as a second-level defender. They're caught staring at Dak Prescott.
All right, Dak
Big
in the
play over
shotgun,
there.
18 seconds remaining.
From the Eagles 15.
Ball snapped
Cowboys
Dak
out of
back to
timeout,
pass,
16
throw it.
seconds left. Prescott throwing.
to his tight end who goes out of
And it
bounds at
is
about the
caught.
8.
Blake
13
Jarwin.
seconds left.
They get out of bounds. First catch for Jarwin tonight is good for 6. Jarwin had missed the last 2 months with a hip injury. And a
Thor
really
in the house,
good
ladies and
day of
gentlemen.
practice.
Thor
Couple
up in
of
here,
good
up in
days
here.
this past week, and he hasn't played since Halloween. They're thrilled to get him back.
That's a big addition to this offense. Not only that vertical presence
All right,
down the
second and
middle of the
4,
field when
13
teams
seconds
play
left.
them in too deep
Left,
because of the
Prescott in the
receivers.
shotgun with
Jarwin
Zeke
has
to
the
his
speed
left.
get vertical down
Two
the middle, but he's
Cowboys
also
right,
very
one
good
left.
in the run game.
They send Zeke wide left. Ball snapped. Prescott over the middle.
Throwing end zone.
Incomplete,
And that
intended for
goes
Blake
like through the
Jarwin.
hands of Jarwin that time. Jacoby Stevens had the coverage.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Lee says Casey Foster's green can is good, the darker ale. I'm not much of an ale drinker.
Just off a bit.
Fap says, I just want to see Jerry cry after the playoff loss.
Jacoby Stevens was looking at
halftime.
Cover two. He's just carrying the middle lead player down the middle of the field.
Sheila says the only team that scares me are the refs team. 3rd and 4 is the down and distance here.
Looking at to his outside.
Dak in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Ball snapped. He throws it over the middle. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dalton Schultz. And a 22-yard punt by the Eagles has entirely changed the complexion of this one.
And they went after Jacoby Stevens
again. The Cowboys go for 2 here,
Dalton Schultz this time is just going to come up, and then he's just going to stop on him. You're going to see Stevens play high on him, meaning he tries to cushion him a little bit more just in case he takes him vertical. And all Schultz does is just put on the brakes, push him off a little bit. Easy touchdown.
And that's a great call, because the play before you had Blake Jarwin run past the linebacker, and you come right
from
back
the left hash mark.
Top,
extra
just
point
run the hook
attempt is up
for the easy score.
And it's good. 30-17 is our score. There's still 5 seconds left.
And Tony Romo's got some company. Most passing touchdowns in a single season in Dallas history. And Dak Prescott, he's got a 4-touchdown half tonight, fellas. Got a chance to break the record.
Will the Eagles roll over in the second half now?
Yeah, when this offense is hot, they've been really hot. And the problem is that it hasn't been consistent. And the last
Ladies and gentlemen, your over has been crushed in the first half of this game.
They had a stretch where they won 3 games in a row against the Saints,
Dak is 16 for 21, 240 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
In each one of those games.
Does Dak get the rest of the game off after this performance?
And they weren't able to convert in the red zone consistently, and they won those games. But
do the Cowboys pull the starters in the second half of this game?
And they've come out tonight, and they have been in rhythm, albeit against the backups for the Eagles.
But this is why they wanted to play their starters, to get into that rhythm,
Kick
to get
goes
that
out of the back of the end zone. The Eagles will take possession of the $1 million football, at least for 5 seconds.
It doesn't matter necessarily who they were going against. They knew they were going against backups. It's more about them. You hear players talk about it all the time.
Smoky TV says the only team I'm scared of is the rigged team that rigs the NFL games.
They've got to be happy with it tonight.
Cowboys have now scored points on all 5 of their possessions in the first half. And this was a kind of game that was sort of no win for Dallas, right? Because they were going up against
maybe the Cowboys
backups.
Are struggling with that defense, so what about the offense?
And really, that 22-yard punt really changes everything now.
We'll find out. We'll find out about Dallas's offense next week, okay? Whether they play the Rams or whether they play Arizona, the 2 likeliest opponents. We'll see if they can, the rematch against Arizona. That defense really frustrated.
How many people
Dak
remember
Prescott
Bob Greasy as an NFL quarterback? All right, the Eagles just kneel on this thing.
Kneel down. And that's how we'll go to the lock.
And we are headed to the half, ladies and gentlemen, headed to the half. Cowboys 30, Eagles 17. Cowboys to receive the second half kickoff. Let's update everything for the second half before I take my little break. We've got 19 Berzerkers up in here. We have gone to halftime in this one. If you bet the over in this game, cash in your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Cash in your tickets. If you took the Cowboys and gave up 5, it's looking pretty good for you. And if you bet the Cowboys on the money line, it's looking pretty good for you. Thor sawing logs, y'all. Thor is sawing logs on the love seat in front of me here. Jorge says the Cowboys are going to put up a 50-burger tonight. Fap says the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Jerry will treat himself to another facelift. A couple people remember Bob Greasy. No, he was a Dolphins quarterback just before Marino, I believe. Yeah, I saw that Viking drone. They're calling the Bears-Vikings game tomorrow the Dead Man Walking Bowl. Jorge thinks the Cowboys are ready to compete for this Super Bowl. Dogcatcher remembers Don Shula. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to push escape here, reload this bad boy, because it's gotten way behind. And hopefully that'll be better when we get back from halftime. All right, y'all, I'm going to step away for just a few. Grab me a brewski, use the restroom, and I'll be back for the second half. I hope you folks are here when I get back, because it gets lonely up in here on nights like this. But I'll be right back, everybody. All right, y'all, I'm back. Back in the house for this second half, y'all. Modelo in hand. Modelo Chelada, ladies and gentlemen. Ah. Alrighty, open that up. Tastes pretty good. COO, did you want to try this? Viking Jerome says, I remember that Gary Upremian, the field goal kicker for the Dolphins.
Is it better?
I don't know, try it. The COO, a big drinker, y'all. Big drinker. Teetotaler. Absolute teetotaler. She said it was pretty good. Luis says Mike Modelo, the mighty Modelo. It's pretty good. Tastes about the same to me. Tastes about the same to me. I'll have to let you know. Tune in tomorrow during the Viking stream when I have the Budweiser one again. But I don't know. I think the Budweiser one might have a little bit more taste. Sorry for those of you Modelo fans in the chat. First Modelo of any kind I've ever drank. I was telling the guy at the liquor store that Modelo seemed to come out of nowhere this year. Well, in the last couple years, I guess. They seem to come out of nowhere. It was always Corona before, and now all of a sudden it's Modelo. People must have got sick of chopping up them limes. But 15 Berzerkers up in here, and another quiet night here on Valhalla Sports Talk. But we did get a new member here on the channel today, so that's way cool. Putting us at 20 for the first time in our history. Luis says the Bud Light Modelo is drank by another live streamer all the time. You mean the Muchelada? I drink the Budweiser one, not the Bud Light one. The Budweiser one, I think, is the best one so far. Viking Jerome says the Budweiser Clamato does have more taste. Yeah, I think so. I think so, my man. I mean, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all. They make you burp, though. They do make you burp. All right, we're about to get back to it, y'all. All right, let's change this over
out of the
quarter
half,
three.
Roaring into the third quarter, 30-17 in favor of the Cowboys, and Dak Prescott had himself a half. 4 passing touchdowns in the first half for the second time in his last 3 weeks. He hadn't done that in his first 82 career games.
Yeah, he had 4 in the first half against Washington a couple of weeks ago. And he's been on point. He's been aggressive. He's been accurate. Cedric Wilson's had a heck of a first half with 2 touchdowns, and they've been throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah, they sure have. They've schemed them up pretty good here. You're going to see here with a split safety look, linebackers don't get enough depth.
Smoky TV.
The deep crossers have really been a problem.
Says Corona was only sponsored by the Vikings, and they didn't want to be seen working with them anymore.
In the red zone on the touchdown to Schultz. Really getting after Jacoby Stevens. They're just exploiting him, which is
Patriot
exactly
says too many tomatoes
5
in the Modelo.
possessions tonight by the Cowboys, 5 scoring drives, some of them very long. And Dallas gets the football to start the third quarter here, and you're right. What you would expect them to do, you have to factor in who Philadelphia is playing tonight.
Yeah,
and then
listen, the Cowboys came in and they were frustrated from a week ago, and they wanted to get this momentum. They wanted to get their swagger back. And 4 touchdowns going up and down the field. They've run the ball effectively with Ezekiel Elliott.
Stands for I paid a lot.
I think they accomplished that in the first half.
Yeah, look, I like to say style doesn't matter in the NFL. Well, it did tonight. They needed to win and win convincingly, play clean football, no penalties. They kind of got some things ironed out. Dak was a little bit off target on the first couple throws, but now he's in his groove. Now you just wonder, can the defense kind of match it too?
All right, so again, now I've got the computer now to where it's ahead of the TV.
Because that's been the lone bright spot really for the Eagles tonight.
And again, the Cowboys, everything plays out the way they need it to, and they hang on and win here tonight. Get some help tomorrow. The Cowboys could jump up as high.
Luis says IPAs make me sick.
In the NFC.
Smokey says that sounds about right. Luis likes his old gas station watered down beer.
Eagles are locked into 6 or 7 in terms of seeding in the NFC. And that will not be impacted by the winning.
Cowboys going to return this.
Corey Clement
20-25 to the 30.
Had a nice first half. He's out to the 30.
Clement.
And flag comes in.
But we got a flag on the play.
During the return, holding number 37 of the return
holding
team.
On the return team.
Penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
And here's Lisa Salters.
Hey,
Steve,
on Tap Sports, up in here, up in here. What's up, buddy? He says, best of luck to you on your weekend of grinding, bro. Hope 22 is great for you on the old YouTube and otherwise. Appreciate it, buddy.
He said scoring on every drive in that first half, but he said defensively, he wants to see them shut down the run and get some takeaways. I asked him how much longer Dak Prescott and the starters would play tonight. He said they were going to talk about it in the locker room.
Anyway, I predict there's going to be a handoff going up the middle about to happen here next.
All right, Lisa, thanks. Dak's in there, and he hands off to Ezekiel Elliott.
Up the middle, gain of about 8.
He'll be out to the 18-yard line.
The dog catcher says, yes, please for me.
And they come right back out and try to
Smokey
establish
says if
more
Jack isn't coming, then you're not
weak
invited.
Side counter run, double team at the point of attack.
Luis says California is trying to make bacon illegal. What?
Look, Mike McCarthy said, I mean, he obviously he was pretty loud and clear last night about the fact that this is what they wanted to do. They've come right out here in the second half, starting it off again.
All right, here we go. Second and third, 3.
The guard at fullback again.
Ball snapped, handoff up the middle to Zeke.
Put it in Elliott's
and he's taken down.
Body. Not that time. Milton Williams, the rookie, having a really nice game of that Eagles defense.
On Tap
this
Sports
has been a problem.
I'm
Watch
close,
Lyle
man.
Collins.
You
his performance in the run game has been inconsistent. Look at Williams. He stands him up
I'm grinding
and
to
then
try to get there, my man, but I've been having a rough run.
And that is a rookie defensive tackle that, yes, the Eagles are excited about, but for an offense that is trying to get back on track, Lyle Collins got to be a little bit more stout in the run game.
3rd down and 4.
All right, Dak in the shotgun.
Eagles rush 4. Dak in some trouble, able to escape. He'll throw to Elliott, and he's going to be just short of the marker. Pick up a 3.
All right, we got
to
to
take Milton Williams and move him on out the right tackle and say, hey, Terrence Steele, watch this. Why don't you come get some of this too?
Cracking shrooms
now
and
he's just going to take you and bull rush you right back into Dak's lap. And almost reach around him and sack him.
Fab says if
look,
bacon
Milton
is
Williams
illegal,
is one of these guys. Look, he is a freak athlete. Now he is.
I'm going
to
have to start killing my own pigs.
Numbers coming out of La Tech this year in the draft.
I don't think that's true. I don't buy that.
6'3", 284 pounds, 4'6", in the 40, 39-inch vertical jump for a guy that big.
For better NFL teams.
This guy is
no lie.
Yeah, he's got it going on.
You get him in the rotation with Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave, and
I'm going to say cap on that California outlaw and
Brian
bacon. I don't believe
tonight. The Cowboys and Greg Ward Jr. is dropped immediately by
the $1 million football over there to Philly. There is a flag on the play.
And a flag comes in.
Little flag action on the play, y'all.
See if we get a block in the back there. Anger's first punt of the night.
Yeah, Goodwin came in and
Jerome says bacon prices are skyrocketing.
The question is, was he pushed into him? I think that's what they're talking about right now.
All right, here's the call.
It's a 44-yard punt
from the
by
referee.
Anger.
Kerry Vincent, number 34, yeah, for the Eagles.
14 in the house.
During the kick, illegal block in the back by the receiving team, number 36. The penalty is 10 yards from the end of the kick. Philadelphia's ball, 1st and 10.
All right, block in the back by the Eagles.
Here's another look at the block in the back. Here's your two-handed shove.
Ooh. That was actually a dangerous one, y'all. All right, we head to a commercial break. Luis says the Dollar Tree is now the $1.25 tree due to inflation. That's interesting. 3% of the people that have YouTube channels, only 3% get to 10,000 subscribers. I feel like it's never going to happen, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Smokey says it's always been more than $1 at Dollar Tree. Who says the left is the anti-bacon people? What the hell? Why the left got to be anti-bacon? The dog catcher says analysts predict that even as California pork prices soar, customers elsewhere in the country will see little difference. On Tap Sports says, yep, less than 3% and less than 1% ever get 100K. It'll happen. Yeah, you caught fire, bro, when you started doing, being kind of exclusive to Michigan football, huh? And these basketball games. You've been really killing it over there. On Tap Sports says bacon is $5.99 for a cheap pack here in South Carolina, which is ridiculous. I had some bacon this morning.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town. His name's not Reggie Hammond, it's Dan Quinn.
All right,
Look
here we
at
go.
the badge
Back to
on
it.
Dan Quinn. That's a big badge.
Belt buckle.
The Diaz showing flashes of playing at a championship level. Get a 141-point improvement.
California's been
and
trying
you know
to become
people are going to come
vegetarian.
calling about Dan Quinn. They'd be interested in him being a head coach again. And he just seems so happy, so joyful.
All right, here we go.
As
First and
defensive
10
coordinator
for
of
the
Cowboys.
Eagles.
You understand why.
And he
From
told
the
us he was in a
25,
bad
Minshew
spot,
in the
at
shotgun.
the middle of last year, getting let go.
Running back to his side, he
season
hands
by
it
the
off,
Atlanta
going up the
Falcons,
middle.
and he did a lot of soul
It'll be a
searching.
short gain of about
as to
1.5.
how he could be better as a coach, as a defensive coordinator, as a person, and he learned a lot during that time, and he has come back with a abandon, and he has had a huge impact on this Cowboys defense.
Yeah, he solicited outside
The dog catcher says crack is cheaper than bacon in L.A.
He took it very serious.
How much does crack cost?
Asked the tough questions, listened to the hard answers, and he made the corrections. And I think he'll be ready
for a rock
and roll whenever he decides to take another head coach.
in the shotgun. Handoff.
Falcons started 0-5 a year ago, and he was dismissed on October the 11th.
Nice little run there. Takes it about 2 yards short of the first by Huntley.
Yep. And they wanted to talk to Kellen Moore, too. And Kellen Moore had an interview with the Jacksonville Jaguars last night, actually. I talked to him on the field. He had about a 2-hour conversation with Jacksonville. And I think it was interesting, just a little insight into Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn decided, you know what? Jacksonville is not something I want to do right now, and I want to do that interview, but I'm going to help Kellen Moore with the interview process because I've been through it. And so he actually went through a mock interview with Kellen Moore this week just to get him ready.
All right, third and 2, 11:28 remaining in the third quarter.
That's the kind of person he is.
Puts the tight end in motion, then woes him
about
up.
reps
He's
all
under
the time
center,
in football
single
on the
setback.
field. Need some reps in the interview
sneak
process
it from way out.
Minshew ahead on 3rd and 2. The sneak for the first down.
All right, that's going to be a first down for the Eagles.
But I think there's no question that Dan Quinn
First down.
He knows exactly what kind of situation he's looking for that really will set him up for success.
Fab says
and
if
you
we
know
get
what,
rid
if
of
you're in a
bacon,
position to be
can the
choosy
aliens finally
and you can
blow
be
us
very
all
selective,
up?
then you should be. This isn't his
On
first
Tap
rodeo.
Sports says I caught fire
he knows
because
exactly what
Michigan
he's
was
looking
good
for.
this
And
season. Huge
it could
fan
be worse
base.
things than being a defensive
But they're a
coordinator for
bit
the Dallas
bandwagony.
Cowboys with the kind of weapons they have.
Hey, it's no problem, dude.
You're not going to get many third chances.
I got no
so if
problem
you've already
talking
been
about
a
it.
head coach, you better make sure that that second chance is the right one.
So what do you think on Tap about
Jason
these
Huntley.
rumors that
Another
Harbaugh's going
first
to
down by
coach the
Leighton
Raiders?
Vander Esch.
Jason Huntley saying, you ain't getting no second chance on me. Check this out. Look at him go. I mean, he has
says a
been
bag of weed is
impressive
cheaper than
tonight as
bacon
far
prices.
as his vision, his acceleration, his balance, his power on contact.
This is a loaded team at the running back position.
12
You talk
in the
about
chat.
Miles Sanders,
Jason Huntley,
Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, Kenny
rushes,
Gainwell,
39
rookie.
yards
So
today.
this kid, you know,
It's
he's
first
been
and
buried.
10 for the Eagles.
Still hoping to get Sanders
From the
back out
46.
with that hand injury.
They're running it to the right here.
Had a chance to nail him in the backfield.
Gain of about 6.
Huntley able to fight
Huntley
through
again.
it. KZ makes the stop.
Look, that's a
Pick up
nice.
before.
That's a nice job of tracking the ball carrier inside
says
out
there's
by
rumors
KZ.
that Harbaugh's going
he
to the
came
Bears
from the
as
middle
well.
of the field, and you're just going to see him
Smokey
just kind
TV
of
says
play
it's
it
better than
perfectly.
talking about the
Perfect
Vikings.
Pace, perfect tempo.
True.
You see Hooker trying to track him down on the
True.
outside. KZ right there. That's a great play. It looks like a routine play, but I can tell you that's harder than it looks. Real good tackle by the free safety.
All right, here we go.
KZ was
Second and
drafted in the
6.
fifth round of
Minshew under
2017
center.
by Atlanta
Sole
and
setback
Dan
behind
Quinn.
him. It's a handoff up the middle.
6th straight
Another
rushing
gain of about
attempt
2.
by the Eagles. Jason Huntley.
On Tap Sports says it wouldn't be surprised.
Pick
I
up a
wouldn't be
3 on the
surprised if he
play.
does. He was
Nice play by
humiliated with his
Oso
contract
Odigizua.
during the offseason and finally
he's a
proved
young
his
player,
worth.
young
Now there's a
rookie that has become an
possibility that he's
important
better.
part of Dan Quinn's defensive
I think he's striking
line.
while the
that
iron is
rotation
hot.
of 8 guys that
I don't
come
get
in.
the attraction to the dude
Odigizua
personally.
out of UCLA.
I don't get the attraction.
Talked about with Dan Quinn about him. He said he was in kind of a square stance in college, and they needed to get him more explosive and up the field
Dude
and more
literally
disruptive.
owned by Ohio State
he's
for the
been a
better
quick
part of
learner.
a decade.
3rd down and 3.
Fab says this would be like China batting dogs. Minshew rolling out to the right on a
Minshew
3rd
on the
and 3.
run.
He's
Off
going to
his
just
back
throw it out
foot.
of bounds, incomplete.
DeMarcus Lawrence and Tristan Hill had the pressure for the Cowboys. Again, no Micah Parsons
Luis
tonight.
is true, Viking. 1
No
pound of
Trayvon
bacon
Diggs. This
is more
defense
than a
will look very
Chevron gallon
different
of gasoline.
in the playoffs.
Chevron gas is
Cowboys.
crazy expensive,
Micah
isn't it,
Parsons.
y'all?
He is just taking the
Chevron
league
gas.
by storm as
What
far
the
as
hell
his
do they think?
versatility and just his explosive one-on-one playmaking
What do they put in that
ability.
Chevron gas to make it 20
Trayvon
cents more
Diggs.
a gallon?
He's proven he will snatch your heart out with his interceptions, although he has to be more consistent in coverage.
Eagles going on
They're
4th
going
and
for
3.
it on 4th here. 4th and 3. Ball snapped. Minshew over the middle, caught.
Able to complete.
Nice move by the receiver.
And turn it upfield.
Wow.
Quez Watkins.
First down, Eagles.
First down in favor of the Eagles. Pickup of 11.
First down.
Creative yards after the catch.
Watch
On Tap
Watkins
Sports
just
is
work
good
down
point
the line
there.
of
I think the
scrimmage.
attraction
Nice
is
job
he's at least
by
been
Gardner
good everywhere
finding an
he's
open
gone.
receiver.
But my
Watch, he just keeps
problem is
running lateral
we paid him to be great,
and
not
outrunning
good.
the
Took 7
pursuit,
years
really
to get
just
to the
breaking
playoffs.
everybody's angles
At
that they have
$8.5
on him.
million a year. Exactly.
Keanu Neal miss him. Vander Esch misses him. I was wondering if he was going to get that first.
I wouldn't want him
you
on the
don't like
Vikes.
to see him go the wrong direction and catch the ball before the sticks on a 4th down, but he made it work.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from the
From the
34.
Dallas 39. Here's Huntley.
The what?
Turn the corner and Jordan Lewis there.
7:55. Clock
Along with
stopped
Luke
here in the
Gifford.
3rd quarter.
Pick up a 1.
And we mentioned Quez Watkins, and I think Philadelphia is looking for
The dog
another
catcher says
receiver,
we need
obviously
cars
opposite
that
of
burn
Devontae
bacon.
Smith. And Jalen Rager's been a disappointment.
On
There's
Tap
no
Sports
question
says
about
$50
that.
million for
Quez
one
Watkins
playoff
been kind of a
appearance, and they
revelation in the
lost.
6th round.
Seems like he got the
he's
better
made
end of
some
the deal.
plays, and Greg Ward. I think Greg Ward needs to get more opportunities
stole
in this
that
offense
money, and
as
now
they
he's
get
gonna
into
try
the
to
playoffs
get the hell out
to take some of the pressure
before
off Dallas
people wake the
Goedert.
hell up. 2nd and 9. Minshew in the
10th play
shotgun.
of the
Gets the
drive.
snap.
Taking 5 minutes off the clock.
Throws it on the right
And
side.
the completion. There's Rager.
Rager
as
makes
if
the
he was listening
reception
to
2
you.
yards short of the
Well, he needs
first.
to make more plays, and he needs to do it consistently enough. And he's had
Viking
good
Jerome
games, but
said
then he's had
prostitutes
games
in
where,
LA are cheaper
like
than
the
bacon.
Giant game at the
How
end,
much
where
does a
it's just
prostitute
all
cost in LA,
crashing down,
Viking
and
Jerome?
the city of Philadelphia
How much?
comes crashing down on him.
21st pick overall in the 2020 draft. Jalen Rager. At a TCU, had a couple of late drops there.
Well, he'll always be compared to Justin Jefferson, and that's not fair to the kid, but that's just the reality of it.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles.
3rd and 2.
Kind of a bunch formation here. Ball snapped. Minshew with some time, throws it over the middle.
Surveys, able to complete. First down.
First down again.
Wes Watkins, the go-to guy. Eagles on the march.
I just love Gardner Minshew's poise and his field vision and his composure in the pocket. You see him look front side. There's nothing there. He comes back. He sees Wes Watkins coming across the field, just puts it on him so he can catch and run. Look, we said at the beginning of this telecast that this was a nice audition for Gardner Minshew.
Minshew's been impressive tonight, I think. What do you think, chat?
You couldn't ask anything more of him up to this point.
6:21 clock
Minshew's
running here in the 3rd quarter. Minshew in the shotgun. Ball snapped. He's going for it on the left side.
Look into the end zone.
Touchdown. Incomplete. Dropped it. And there's a flag on the play.
Arcega-Whiteside had it, and then he did. And a flag. Check the marker.
Penalty flag.
This will help explain how he got so wide open. Let's see.
I love the throw from Gardner Minshew, understanding he had man-to-man and throw it on the back shoulder and let Whiteside go up and get it. And you got to make this play. This is another one of those lightning rods at the position for Philadelphia.
There is no foul on the play for offensive pass interference. It's an incomplete pass.
All right, they pick up the flag, ladies and gentlemen. They pick it up.
And either way, this crowd was going to let Arcega-Whiteside know that they're displeased with that because he's been one that's been inconsistent as well.
He has one career receiving
touchdown. Got no breaks in the
40
NFL.
career games.
Well, that fool dropped that shit
a couple of years back. You know,
I might have been able to catch that one.
It's been a really tough
2nd and 10 from the 22.
Time getting this receiving crew put
Minshew
together.
in the shotgun. 3 receivers
2nd and 10
left.
to the 22. Minshew
Double clutches, tries to throw it to the running back on the backfield.
Huntley got turned around, couldn't hang on. A flag comes in from the secondary.
Well, we've had a couple of offensive pass interference tonight that were missed, and I think they're going to finally get one.
I think Arcega-Whiteside
20 Berzerkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen, as Thor's army
There's a certain
continues to grow.
Playing, this position of wide receiver and doing these routes. And
pass interference. Offense, number 19. That penalty is declined. Play results in 3rd down.
They were looking at an OPI on the previous
offense,
play.
the Cowboys decline it.
They picked up that flag, and they get him there.
That's
kind of a pick play right there, y'all.
Make it look like you're running a route.
I mean, that looks like a basket. I mean, it's not basketball.
No, Gary, Hurts didn't play today. Dak did. Minshew versus Dak.
14th
3rd and
play
10
of
is
this
a down
drive.
and distance. 6:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Minshew in the shotgun. He's got a wide receiver next to him, I think. Ball snapped, trips left.
On 3rd and 10.
They throw it short and incomplete.
Rager.
Missed his receiver, Rager.
Got his palms in the air. 4th down.
4th and 10.
It's the first time I've seen Gardner Minshew really, not set his feet and be off balance and be inaccurate behind the receiver. See, watch his feet. When he's going backwards, it's really hard to be accurate, and your momentum takes you that way, and the ball ends up behind the receiver.
What a frustrating sequence of plays, though. I mean, they had a touchdown in the end zone.
All right, Jake Elliott out for a field goal attempt here.
You have another penalty.
Kick is up right downtown. Bang! He nails the 40-yarder.
Kicker in the NFL is Jake Elliott, and he adds to that with a 40-yard field goal. 10-point game.
All right, you heard it. A 10-point game, ladies and gentlemen. $10-point game, and the Cowboys will take possession of the $1 million football. On Tap Sports says, Valhalla, not sure you need / want another revenue stream going, but if you do, on your time off, try Amazon Influencer Program and Creator Fundamentals. I'm in this group, and the majority of these people are making $5 to $10K a month making quick 2-minute videos. Just demonstrating and explaining Amazon products. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I'll have to make sure to check that out, dude. Have you tried doing it, or are you making 5 to 10K a month? I don't need a second revenue stream if I'm making 5 or 10K a month. That means that's all I'm doing. That would mean that's all I'm doing. Dog Catcher says, stop. No bacon for you, Minshew. Gary wondering if the Dodgers are going to get Freddie. Gary, I'm more worried about if we're going to get baseball. I'm more worried about if we're going to get baseball at all. I've already gone on record saying I think this thing's going to take a while. I personally think this thing is going to drag out past the All-Star break, what would have been the All-Star break, and then Congress is going to get involved because we're talking about money. We are talking about money here. I think the owners in MLB are sick of paying guaranteed contracts, and they want these sweet deals the owners have in the NFL and the NHL. On Tap Sports says, so you have to admit to submit 3 videos for approval first, just so they can make sure you follow their rules and that you know what you're doing. I'm waiting for approval now. I'm gonna check it out, bro. I'm set up to where I could do that pretty easily. I imagine they send you a lot of stuff for free too. All right, let's get back to it, y'all.
Have cheesesteaks.
What's your favorite?
Well, people have a lot of preferences, but I'm a Delco steaks guy myself.
Oh, okay.
Try to take care of the people.
Cowboys returning at 10, 15.
Thanks for coming to the game, Lou.
15.
That's what happens when you work from home.
Home game.
No, it's easy to look, get people's addresses, Steve, and send
On
stuff
Tap
to their
Sports
home.
says, but I can't confirm that the money is real. These people are people I've known for a long time in this YouTube creators Facebook group. Do you follow the Valhalla Sports Talk page on Facebook on Tap Sports?
Tyler Coyle being attended to.
I'd sure like a link to that group.
For the Cowboys. We'll step out.
Hey, Rob Parson, up in here as we go to a commercial break. Rob Parson in the house. He says, Mr. Valhalla, yo, bro, stopped in to say hi. Sunday, Arvo, just got off work. Man, dude, glad you're doing well. How did your presentation go this week? Hopefully it went well, and is Mrs. Parsons doing better? How is Miss Parson doing? 20 Berzerkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Cowboys 30, Eagles 20. Fap says, what if they only review fleshlights? Is there money in that? If they're looking for a review on fleshlights, Fap, I will be sure to contact you. I mean, what is that? Rob Parsons says, yep, Jess is much better, thank you. Got a stack of presentations this week, my man. Well, good luck, man. Nail that shit. Nail it. On Tap Sports says, I follow you on Twitter, but deleted my Facebook. I'll send you a message over on Twitter now. We can talk on there. Right on, buddy. On Tap Sports says, ha ha ha, Fap, I think that's a 5% commission. Rob sends his love to Sheila Jones up in here. We got a good community here on Valhalla Sports Talk, y'all. We might not be growing very fast, in my opinion, but we got a good group that comes in here on a regular. Good group of folks that post, a good group of mods. As I try to fumble through this thing, making it work. Rob says he'll be here tomorrow for the Viking stream. And then Gary says Vikings suck. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Listed as questionable, but has now been downgraded to out, will not return.
The dog catcher says keep Rob Parsons in the free
Singleton
world.
and Avery, starting linebackers for the Eagles, both on the COVID list.
Yeah, right. We talked about, winning and seeding and all that, but make no mistake, goal number one for both these teams.
Dak back out there with 5:53 left in the third.
A week before the playoffs start.
Under 6 to play, third quarter. Dallas by 10. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott still in there.
Hand off to Zeke, going up the middle.
And Zeke has the football. out to the 20.
There you go, out to the 20.
It's been 11 straight games without a 100-yard game for Ezekiel Elliott.
And again, the
and
TV
over the last
is now
10
behind
games,
my computer.
His best game statistic-wise, rushing 55 yards. He's got 66 on the night
just the tip.
tonight on 12 carries.
Lakers are doing pretty good. They won 4 in a row. Handoff up the middle. Zeke takes it just short of a first.
Out to the 25, it's going to be just short.
Rob, I did a Lakers streak last night, my man.
Again. Zeke through the years. You see, he just bursts upon the scene as a rookie, averaging over 104 yards per game, and this season averaging just 57 yards per game. And again, Tony Pollard has played a lot, taking away a lot of carries.
Now, I think it's more than that, Sheila.
Pollard is not in there tonight.
He's you guys are awesome. You guys and gals are awesome. My mods, all the folks that come in here regularly, we have some fun in here. Handoff.
There's Zeke.
Zeke with the first down for the Cowboys.
Easily able to pick up the first down.
We talk about Tony Pollard and talk about taking carries away. Tony Pollard has earned those carries, and he needs to be a part of this offense. And Zeke and Pollard have a great relationship. They are two of the same
Rob
type.
says
they
you
want to
keep
help this
streaming the
team
Lakers,
win.
bro.
They
They
understand
keep winning
they have
when you
different
stream.
skill sets. You know, Zeke more in between the tackles downhill, and Tony Pollard brings that perimeter game and catching the ball out of the backfield, and they're going to need both of them.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for the Cowboys, just shy of the 30.
Prescott off the play fake.
Prescott throws it a little too high for Zeke.
Elliott. Incomplete. Down to Lisa.
Yeah, Steve, I was talking to Zeke this week about his relationship with Tony Pollard, and he said, we are super cool, super tight. We're brothers. He said, our relationship has done nothing but grow over the last 3 years. I understand that TP makes me better. He understands that I make him better. So, you know, everyone out there looking to get a gift for that person who has everything, I asked Zeke, if you guys are so tight, what'd you get him for Christmas? He said,
and Modella Chiladas are known to cause gas.
There we go.
That's it for the breaking news.
That's a
run on the right side by Zeke. Has little ducks
Jackson
flying through the Valhalla Sports Talk studios.
Looking at Coastal Carolina. He's played very well in the second half of the season for the Eagles.
Look, getting back to
Don Catcher says,
look,
you know it. I need to pick a playoff favorite as I have no all-time NFL team, kind of leaning towards Chargers if they get in.
2016, and that's going to have natural wear and tear on you. He's not going to be the same as he was a couple years ago.
All right, Dak in the shotgun on a 3rd and 7. I think he drew the Eagles offside.
He did.
7, free play over the middle.
Across the middle.
Wilson
Cedric
again.
Wilson.
And he's loose and takes it all the way
and
to the 30.
He's been wide receiver one tonight. He goes over 100 receiving yards.
Flag on the play, as I mentioned, but
there.
I think
We'll check
it was
the
offsides. Eagles.
They're going to get
Offside.
Alvo offside.
Defense, number 59. The penalty is declined. The play results in the first
Rob
down.
says, Gash, you might need to check the cloth you're wearing after last week, my man.
Another great look at Cedric Wilson. We talked about this throwing lane. Right here is where Dak wants to throw that football before the linebacker can come off.
Medical stuff I deal with, but one thing I do all right, I'm pretty regular.
Is a name that people need to begin to start to recognize.
I can hold it.
With all the attention on the other two receivers in this offense and the tight end Schultz and the backs, Cedric Wilson is going to get premier looks, especially in the middle of the field as this season comes to a close.
Fourth-year player out of Boise State, already having a career game.
First and 10 for the Cowboys, just shy of the 30. Ball snapped, handoff.
Just got that snap.
To the right.
It's Corey Clement.
Short game.
Cedric Wilson
for Clement.
had 2 touchdown catches in his first
Rob
22
says I can smell
NFL
you from over
games.
Here. You lie.
He's got 2 touchdown
Nothing
catches
but lies.
tonight.
Look, Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy, they're smart people. They see Jacoby Stevens
Breaking
out there
news.
playing linebacker. They know that this guy was a safety at LSU. They got him playing linebacker now.
Lies,
they're going to run and play action him to death and attack that middle of the field, the second level. And that's where Cedric Wilson has been feasting tonight.
3 of his 5 catches for a first down tonight.
Ball snapped, handoff.
Second down and 6.
Zeke tries to go up the middle there, gets it just short of a first again. Cowboys looking to enter that red zone.
Than anything is Cedric Wilson is developing the trust relationship with Dak Prescott. And that's invaluable.
Tight seal,
if you don't
not
have
a
that,
right
you have
seal.
nothing. I don't care how good a receiver you think you are. if you don't have the trust of the quarterback in big-time situations and big-time moments, the ball's not going to come your way.
Just stop.
As the playoffs start next week, Cedric Wilson is making deposits with Dak on that relationship.
Just stop. 3rd and 1 for the Cowboys. 1:47 remaining in the third quarter. Dak under center. Handoff going up the middle again with Zeke. First down,
and
Cowboys.
That should get him over 1,000 yards.
First down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Dog catcher says kind of smelly
Said
down
it's still
under.
kind of meaningful. You break into the league, you're a
Not
running
my
back.
down under.
You want to have a 1,000-yard rushing season.
A little bit of baby patter.
And there it is.
A little bit
and
of that
again, all
baby
these
patter.
stats.
Still kind of meaningful? That's a lot of yards, man. Listen, coming into Week 18, there were only 5 running backs with 1,000 yards.
It. But, you know, we keep adding regular season games. And these stats,
the chat appears to be
stats
broken,
will be impacted.
Yeah.
Like this being the highest scoring Cowboys team in
All right,
history.
Elliott trying to get loose on the right side again here. Going to gain him about 1.
McPherson forced him out.
That looked like a play that maybe could have gone the distance had Lyle Collins made his block out on the perimeter.
18 Berzerkers up
in here. You could hear it up here that he was disappointed that he
just
missed the block on the
when
edge.
the seal breaks.
But you just got to love the fact that Dallas is continuing to work its entire arsenal of the run game. Inside zone, outside zone,
never once
powers,
done
counters.
that to poor Thornelius.
The whole thing,
never
they're
once.
calling everything on the menu tonight.
Maybe once. Ball snapped on a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Weird throw from Dak.
Clement out of the backfield.
But it manages to gain about 2.
Going
to make it 3rd and about 8.
Made the stop. In case you're wondering, Dak Prescott has never had a 5-touchdown game.
You're having a
4
hard time
touchdown
hearing me?
passes in the first half tonight. So we hit the final half minute of the third quarter.
All right, I'm turning it down a little bit at the end of the third here.
Wilson, Blake Schultz, Dalton Schultz, excuse me. They've gotten some catches. This 3rd down, I might go back to my old reliables. Where's Amari Cooper? Where's CeeDee Lamb?
Dog
Lamb
catcher says
here.
it could be due to faulty O-rings. Gary's hyping up the Redskins. Caught on the right side. Clement, he's going to be short of the first.
Wallace got there for 6. Needed 7.
Rob says very loud, these commentators.
Like Clement's a 3rd back. And
how about now,
they're
buddy?
Throwing him the football before they throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper here in crunch time situations.
I listened to 626 last night, and when I watched it in playback, I could hardly hear myself, too.
10-point game.
So I turned it up.
Quarter in South Philadelphia.
All right, we're headed to a commercial break. Cowboys leading at 30-20. Yeah, Rob, I'm trying to find a pleasant in-between. I put some filters on the microphone so you didn't have to listen to my booger whistles all stream long. On Tap Sports says, all right, I sent you a bunch of stuff about the Facebook group and the Amazon info. It's a little lengthy for a Vikings fan, so let me know if you need further assistance. Funny guy. On Tap Sports, ladies and gentlemen. On Tap Sports. In the house. Go sub him up. Like me, he's trying to get that 10,000 number. Fab says that's the Washington football team. Don't be so insensitive. I was just reading the comment, bro. Rob Parsons says, damn, I really enjoy them. What? Tomorrow's Viking game is Valhalla Tavern stream, y'all. Rob says it takes On Tap Sports 90 minutes to watch 60 minutes. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right, so remember, we're two games into this 5-video series this weekend. Tomorrow it's Vikings versus Bears in the morning from the tavern. Then tomorrow night we'll be back in the studio here for Chargers versus Raiders. Then it'll all end Monday night for the national championship of college football. them Georgia Bulldogs against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's get back to it, y'all.
8th regular season primetime meeting since 1970 that ties the Raiders and the Chargers for the most primetime appearances for any rivalry.
Have a good day.
However, the
if
Raiders
you're leaving,
and Chargers,
if you're hanging out,
they're going to pass that. They'll play again tomorrow night in primetime on NBC.
All right, Cowboys looking to score again here. They're already at
4th and 1.
The 10, run up the middle.
And it's Corey Clement
by Clement
for first down yardage.
And that'll be a first down, Cowboys.
Cowboys looking to add to their 10-point lead.
And when in doubt, run right behind Zach Martin. Here he is right here. And there's no question. There may have been some ups and downs with this offensive line during the course of this season, but there has been no up and down with Zach Martin.
There's an injured Eagle. That's Marvin Wilson.
All right, we got an injured Eagle on the play here.
Out of Florida State.
19 Berzerkers up in here, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear the Eagles fans in the background, and they're acting how most of us think Eagles fans act. But we're headed to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, headed to a commercial break. On Tap Sports says, I'm only leaving because I have to be at church early in the a.m. Got to tell the big man I'm sorry for all of my mistakes this week so I can have a clean slate going into next week. Well, there you go. There you go. Robert Rothberg up in here. He says, I just took a nap. A giant nap. Oh, I know you're joking, buddy. Yeah, good night, dude. Dogcatcher says, God bless On Tap Sports. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to be here, but I'm going to go off camera for a sec. Ducks. Ducks. Robert Rothberg sends a giant hello to Rob Parson. Rob Parson says, you know you can fart on camera, right? Listen, Rob Parsons. I am a refined gentleman. I am a refined individual. There'll be no farting on camera. And I want you to see me make the faces. All right, that was the commercial break that put us behind the TV again, I think.
And there are 3 teams on the field every single night. We want to say congratulations to Mark Steinkirchner in his 28th year as an NFL official. Worked 2 Super Bowls, and tonight is his last regular season game. Congratulations, Mark, on a career well done.
That's really cool. 28 years doing this job. That's not, and we know that's not an easy job.
You've been yelled at a lot in 28 years. First down and goal for the Cowboys. It's Cooper in motion.
All right, Cowboys.
Dak throwing that
a throw over to Clement. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And the 5th touchdown pass of the night for Dak Prescott. A career high.
I don't know how many fantasy football leagues are having their championship this weekend, but if they are, and if they've got Dak Prescott as their quarterback,
if you're playing some type of cover
they're
four,
probably enjoying the show.
You see the corner here. You have to have some kind of communication.
M Park 66 says the farts are the best part of the show.
You get number one, which is Amari
Rob
Cooper going
Parsons
inside,
says,
and
shit,
Clement
Sear,
going to
I
the
could have
flat.
heard those last two if you were at the Super Bowl.
You see the safety disappointed there as far as how they played it and how they
Fab says I have a Giants jersey to wipe my ass with when the seal breaks.
Zerline has the extra point.
LBC Killa says good
nice,
shit tonight, Valhalla. I'm in the same Viking boat as you. Let's at least sweep the Bears. I'm with you.
Prescott,
Dog catcher says the squish faces that he has to edit out.
That's high school football right there, playing that coverage and knowing as a
Rob says Jesus' commentators are like shit-talking spin doctors.
And Dak has 37 on the season, the 5 touchdowns.
Robert likes Rob's moral support.
We asked Prescott, hey, if Philadelphia doesn't play their top guys, plays their backups, how does that impact you?
Rob wants to know who the Giants are.
It doesn't impact us. We do what we do, but he did say, I will thank Philadelphia for helping us get rolling.
Yeah.
And they're clearly rolling.
I forgot to come back on camera, y'all.
We'll roll right in the postseason play, whether they're seed 2, 3, or 4 in the NFC.
Yeah,
I forgot to turn the camera back on.
We'll see of Dak Prescott tonight, but they checked all the boxes they needed to tonight to get, at least give themselves a chance next week to get back on track and to feel good about themselves, get some confidence, be able to communicate to each other in preparation for this first playoff game. And listen, it's the first playoff game for these guys together with Mike McCarthy and
hey, I forgot to update the score too.
So,
I literally forgot to do all of my job
to build off this.
If there's anybody more deserving of everything good that's coming to him than Dak Prescott, I don't know who it is.
I literally forgot to do my entire job.
You're happy to see him have nights like tonight.
Huntley, get out to the 30-yard line.
All right, so Huntley brings it out to the 30. The Eagles take possession of the $1 million football.
Burger King, king of the night moment. A lot of them for Dak tonight.
Yeah, Philly made it easy for him in many instances, but at the same time, they had some great plays dialed up.
Rob says this stream is worthy of an Oscar.
And Dak just took advantage of it.
Truth.
Like the pro he is.
Yeah, and, I think the comeback player of the year, he's certainly the front runner for that. I would also put Joe Burrow up there with the injury that he came.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for the Eagles.
And you got to give both
14:26 remaining in the fourth quarter.
First minute.
Ball's thrown on the right side, incomplete.
Minshew comes out firing and sailed it over Quez.
Man, I literally didn't do anything I was supposed to do.
Yeah, you just see the stat line right there. That's pretty. 21 to 27, almost 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, no turnovers. Look, that's the kind of thing that they wanted to do as far as how they were executing.
I had to leave Rob's comment up there for a while.
That's the kind of stat line I know Dak Prescott wanted to see.
And coming out of this game, it's not going to be
Robert says, just don't talk no smack about my San Francisco Giants.
It's going to be, how can I communicate with my guys now from this standpoint?
Handoff going to the right.
This was we went up against
Takes it about 2 yards short of the first.
Sit down right next to my receivers and say, listen, this
Fab
is what
says only the San Francisco Giants deserve to have a steaming growler wiped on their jersey.
And off the field, by
steaming
the way.
growler.
Everything going on with COVID.
Damn.
He has got to take
steaming
control
growler
of this team. It has to be from Dak Prescott. And a great example was, Amari and CeeDee Lamb going to the basketball
3rd and 3 is a down and distance for these Giants. They're now down by a whopping 17.
Caught some heat for that.
The over-under was crushed. The over was crushed a long time ago.
How did you handle that?
And the Cowboys looking pretty good.
I thought he was going to talk
at
about
+3, +5, +7.
Well, you see different kinds of leadership.
Minshew running for his life back there, gets sackled at the 27.
Another sack. Third sack of the night.
Attack.
Basham able to get to him. But Prescott, instead of saying about after the fact, the conversation, he said, I should have been ahead of it. Yeah. I should have realized there was chatter. Hey, big night in town.
Dak on the season, 70% completion rate, 1,068 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. I was so
impressed by Dak Prescott's leadership.
Since week 15, my bad.
Just days after Micah Parsons had gone to a sporting event. And
the dog catcher says, as a Dodger fan, I wouldn't know where to get a San Francisco Giants jersey. Goodwill, man. They've got him.
Look, he has great awareness, Dak Prescott. No question about that.
All right, the punt's away. A short-lived drive for the Eagles. And not a good punt at that.
He took it to heart. He said, look, he will be better.
And a non-contact injury of one of the Eagles goes down grabbing his knee. You hate to see that.
Exactly what they need as they head into the playoffs.
But we head to another commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Cowboys smoking the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, if you're looking for a San Francisco Giant jersey, most homeless people own at least one. Goodwill is a good place to look for them. Gas stations in the greater San Francisco area, and Bakersfield also has them. What's up, Josh H? What's up, Joss? What is up, buddy? Fap thinks they sell them at hair salons. Okay, so my final decision on the Modelo Chelada. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. I enjoy it. I wouldn't turn one down if one of my friends bought it for me. But if I had the choice, I believe, between the Budweiser Chelada and the Modelo, I think I would go Budweiser. We will confirm that tomorrow during the Viking game. Robert Rothberg says the dog catchers to be candid, you can order multiple San Francisco jerseys online. Okay, nobody messed this up that was in the stream last night. Nobody messed it up. But Rob Parson, let me get from you, because we did this last night, let me get a guess from you on how old Robert Rothberg is.
Off the field.
How old do you think Robert is?
And flat out angry.
Well,
Show you how he did it.
Watch his right knee. He tries to stop here, his momentum, and it just kind of buckles on him. He's got a brace already on that knee. And listen, this is a young man who was a quarterback at the University of Buffalo. And
Robert says, how did you guess I'm homeless? You are not.
He was on IR, and he finally got his NFL debut on November 7th of this year. And
I bet you Robert got more money than all of us put together.
Packages for Nick Sirianni. So if he's not able to be healthy for this postseason run, that's a hit to this team.
Made his first NFL catch
Robert
tonight.
be
Was for a touchdown.
chillaxing.
Now he's out injured.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
Quarterback for the
Cooper
Dallas
rush
Cowboys.
in. Cowboys putting in some of their backups.
That's Corey Clement.
Clement runs up the middle. Flash says Coors Light and Clamato beats both of them. I'll have to try that, bro. So they don't make them, right? They don't make them pre-done. You have to just mix it.
Ideal backup quarterback.
I'll try that. I think that would probably be good too.
He's got the Cowboys at midfield.
Ball snapped, handoff, going left. A little high stepping for Clement. He's loose.
Well.
Takes it all the way to the 12 before he's down.
For the Cowboys. Down to the Philadelphia 12. That's good for 37 more
yards. The dog
yards.
catcher says he's got that Rothberg castle.
Right here, one-on-one blocking here, working up
Little
to the next level.
Beastie's been quiet on chat tonight.
Out the gate.
Patriot
That's
says
how
with
you do
lime.
It when you run these inside zones.
So Coors Light, Clamato, and lime.
Combo blocks. You see there, he can just make the defender miss in the hole. Corey Clement, you see how he's rocked up and put together. You're not going to get him with arm tackles. Just great execution.
Wilson in motion.
Handoff again to Clement. This time stopped for a loss of about 1.
Clement take a loss there. Mentioned that game. Cooper stepped up when Dak was out week 8 against the Vikings. 24 of 40, 325 and 2 touchdowns, including a
I don't want to watch this.
Touchdown pass that went to Amari Cooper with 51 seconds left. And that's how the Cowboys win 20-16. And you need to have 2 quarterbacks. And when your starter goes down, you need a guy who can be competent and win you a game.
If we don't have somebody fired tomorrow, I'm going to be a pretty upset Viking fan.
Sailing along.
You let the head coach sleep
Ball
well
snapped.
With a guy like Cooper
Thrown
Rush.
over the middle. Caught.
Got it inside the 5.
Another tight end reception.
Sprinkle. His first grab.
Sprinkle. I think he's a rookie.
Was him being able to develop a rapport with Amari Cooper, with Cedric Wilson real quickly and be able to make some difficult throws into tight coverage and put it only where the receiver could catch it.
We saw that Cedric Wilson play two
times tonight. 3rd and 2 is the down and distance. Cowboys looking to score yet again. 10:22 remaining on the clock.
That is Ito Smith.
Run up the middle. Ito Smith
into the
touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown. And the Cowboys attack it on.
That's his good old
the blowout
football right
is
there.
Absolutely in effect.
Double teams at the point of attack, and we're just going to run it right down your throat.
Little Beastie says, I bought my friend a Parsons and Lamb jersey. Right, he was happy. Shout out to my homie, Brian.
Nice tough
Robert
run.
says, as long as I'm part of this live stream, consider myself extremely fortunate. Giantly fortunate, Robert?
There's Zerline on for the extra point.
All right, the extra point is up and good.
Cowboys tired to hear it all about that Eagles running game, the top rushing attack in the NFL. Cowboys are running and passing tonight.
All right, we are headed to another commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. And the Cowboys trying to look to put a 50 burger up on these Philadelphia Eagles. Looking to put a big 50 burger up on these Philadelphia Eagles this evening. Oops, was it 44? Was that the score? I think I got the score wrong there. Yeah, it is. It's downright ugly for the Eagles right now. But you know who predicted it. You know who predicted a Cowboy blowout tonight. Yeah, Fap, it's over, man. He's the sign of a man who knows what's coming. Sheila says this was a good game in the first half. Berserkers up in here. Highlight of the stream, of course, a new member, number 20. Robert says, yes, I forgot to put Giants in that statement. But next stream, y'all, tomorrow morning from the Valhalla Tavern. Last game this year for the Vikings. Vikings versus Bears from US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's get back to it.
Deke's over 1,000. CeeDee Lamb's got 1,000 receiving yards. The rookie, he's a rookie, Micah Parsons, over 10 sacks. And Trayvon Diggs in his second year, he's over 10 interceptions. That has not happened.
Flash checks in, says, am I still allowed in here being a Cowboy fan? At least we have the Dodgers and Lakers in common. Hell yeah, you're allowed in here.
Get the most out of them.
We are accepting viewership here on Valhalla Sports Talk.
And ownership, Jerry Jones. Let's look at a potential opponent for the Cowboys. Likely first opponent is Arizona. What about it?
Well, yeah, look at what Arizona and Vance Joseph did last week.
Who you got, Chad? If it's Cowboys versus the Cardinals, who's going to win that game in the playoffs?
Simulated looks. They want to eat up your backs, your tight end and your back.
And where would it be? Would it likely be in Dallas, right?
7 defenders, and there's nowhere to go with the football. That was a core element of what Vance Joseph did last week. It frustrated Dak Prescott. It frustrated Kellen Moore, and if they play again in a week, you're going to see a lot more of that. You didn't see that tonight, okay? There's no way the Eagles are going to be able to do things like that.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 25.
That's what they're going to have to play against.
Minshew over the middle, picked off by the Cowboys.
Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys.
And we don't even have to move the $1 million football because they never gave it to the Eagles.
Off the fingertips and leads to the interception. And the Cowboys are enjoying their night in
50
Philadelphia.
burger alert.
First turnover of the game.
You see Leighton Vander Esch
Breaking
right
news,
here.
ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys are about to put a 50-burger up on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Overthrows, man.
That's a great.
All stats count. All interceptions count.
And Arcega-Whiteside's tough night continues.
This Cowboys team, they led the league in interceptions.
Dogcatcher says the Cards are going to beat the Cowboys.
Talk with us about. They have about 6 jugs machines.
Sheila says everyone is welcome. Just don't bring in no political bull spit up in here. Up in here.
The offensive players use
ball snapped, handoff going up the middle.
This is Jaquan Hardy.
Who? Jaquan Hardy takes it to the 20.
For the Dallas Cowboys. Pickup of 6.
Dallas putting the backups to the backups into this game.
The NFL in a ton of ways. 34th takeover that breaks a tie with the Colts. 1971 is the last time the Cowboys led the league in takeaways.
Now that right there,
long time.
That's an example. That interception by Banderas is an example of what Dan Quinn
so the Viking or the the Cowboys
when they're there to make them,
at the 20.
The ball's in your hands. It touches your hands. Come down.
Second and 4. Another handoff. Ooh, that guy put on the brakes. He'll learn pretty quick not to ever put on the brakes in the backfield in the NFL because he lost about 4.
4th different running back for the Cowboys. Hardy comes out of Tiffin University, Division II. You know the Dragons.
Sure. Where's that? Tiffin University.
Cowboys up by 24 in this one.
Somebody don't let us know.
It's Ohio, of course.
Oh, right.
John Parolin reminding me.
3rd and 6 is the down and distance. Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Trips left, handoff up the middle. First down,
Here's
nice
Hardy.
cut by the rookie.
Breaking free and
touchdown Cowboys.
For a touchdown.
Wow.
Jaquan Hardy, welcome to the game. And the end zone.
Wow.
Look, it's just great one-on-one.
Breaking news called it, ladies and gentlemen. 50-burger.
Read it.
Done.
Then it's going to be one-on-one with the safety with Sachere, and he makes him miss right there. It's just good execution.
That rookie said, this might be my only chance ever to get a touchdown in the NFL. Let me do a little dance here. Extra point is up, and it's good.
And good. Hardy's last competitive touchdown a couple of years ago against Kutztown University. And he just scored a touchdown on the Philadelphia Eagles. You see the scenarios for Dallas. They need to win. They need to get a lot of help. And they can finish 2, 3, or 4 in the NFC.
Yeah, and I think if you asked some of these Cowboys players, I think they would probably like to see Arizona again. That was a bad taste in their mouth from a week ago. And
Chat's got quiet.
Exact revenge in that short
that
amount of time.
happens when the game gets quite this boring.
I think when these guys
but a 51-20 lead for the Cowboys.
Let's not even say maximum. When they're just playing efficient football.
Eagles about to take possession.
It really matters where they go or who they play.
Sheila says, wow, Philly is getting cooked like they're sandwiched.
In the NFL that they're
like a
In
cheesesteak.
the NFC. And I think that's what tonight really was about, right? I mean, that's
Leighton
what they
Vander Esch played 8-man football in high school.
Not who we're playing,
Truth.
Not who's really on the field, but how we play. Clean football. Because when we saw them earlier in the year against the same Philadelphia Eagles football team, we left that stadium down there in Arlington and going, man, this team's for real. And they took off.
All right, we got 8:36 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Performances, and I think heading into the playoffs, they got to be as confident as anyone, no matter who they go against.
Kicks away.
I know this. There's going to be a lot of teams in the NFC that are confident.
Bounds into the end zone. Philadelphia to take over at the 25.
They have been. You think the Cardinals aren't going to be confident?
So Packers sitting in that one spot in the NFC playoff picture, followed by the Rams, Buccaneers, and Cowboys.
That's a talented team as well. So
Cardinals, 49ers, Eagles. I believe the 49ers are the only team in danger. Saints are in the hunt, but they need some help.
All these teams are going to be confident when they get in there. And if you're looking at the Cardinals as well, the Cardinals
Rob Parsons says the Dallas Cowboys raised their bat for a half century.
Late season just fold-ups like they had a year ago.
Maybe the dog catcher says I was an 8-man football state champion in Oregon.
Who is playing
Congratulations.
You know, and
Huntley runs it on the left side for the Eagles.
And nor were the Cowboys. And yeah, they came out tonight and they did what they had to do, but I'm not so sure you would argue that they're playing their best either.
Jerry Jones will enjoy this one. 51 points is the second most ever by the Cowboys against the Eagles, and the most ever Dallas has scored here in Philadelphia.
All right, 2nd and 12 now for the Eagles. Ball snap. Minshew fakes the handoff. No, hands it off. And the Cowboys' defense is stout. Vander Esch in on the tackle. Another loss.
Long time from week 3.
Going to make it 3rd and forever for the Eagles.
Sirianni at the press conference with a beat Dallas.
13 Berzerkers up in here.
Went out and they lost by 20 there. And now this will be a tough one. But listen, in the back of his mind,
Rob says today is a test match in New Zealand versus Bangladesh.
The players he was going to play tonight.
There was a rare 7 runs off 1 ball in cricket.
The Cowboys going all in. You can see
really?
I
don't know anything about cricket, Rob.
Embrace the rivalry.
Well, yeah.
7 runs off 1 ball.
Minshew steps and fires, and it's caught.
Minshew gets it to Watkins, who's fighting and is going to be real close to a first.
Sirianni's got his challenge ahead of him now too.
Smokey says, "What's the time? 7:05 remaining in the game."
Where you left off, because they won 4
I'm assuming that's what time you're asking for.
And yeah,
9:02 here locally.
Now they're going to get healthy. Both
but 7:05 remaining in the game. Injured Eagle on the play.
As close to 100% as he possibly can, but that's not an easy task.
Injured Eagle on the play.
Flip the switch. It's not that easy.
That's Andre Dillard.
Sheila says, "Thank you, Valhalla, for another great stream. I'll catch you on the Vikings game. Have a good night." Have a good night, Sheila.
Yet to beat a team this season with a winning record.
Tell the boyfriend I said hello.
9-1 against teams with losing records.
Rob says, "I'll explain it to you at the 2026 Super Bowl." Steven Gonzalez up in here says, "Game may be over, but the best entertainment is in chat." Yeah, we got a good chat, buddy. Fap says he lost money on that old Bangladesh game. You lie, Fap. You lie. Smokey says, "Yeah, the game we don't care about. Vikings time." Has anyone ever banned a member from their channel? I imagine it's happened. Dog catcher says Bangladesh slowly.
Living rooms, neighborhoods, whole communities.
Oh, I forgot to pause the audio, y'all. I'm gonna get in YouTube jail. Jorge Gomez says, "I said it, more than 50 points for my Cowboys." Rob says, "We can if you want to ban one of them." Let's get back to it.
We got to empty out a little bit. And the Eagles on offense. Gardner Minshew trying to fight through Philadelphia.
Handoff going up the middle. First down, Eagles fly. Eagles fly.
That's game.
First down.
Sirianni told us a great story about Gardner Minshew when Nick was with the Colts. Pre-draft interviewing Gardner Minshew and invite him to play a game.
Flash says, "Is it too cold in Arizona for an outdoor stream?" No, I've done them before, Flash. Too cold for tomorrow. I won't do it.
Minshew's all dressed up as he dresses up.
You could probably do it
like
pretty easily.
He said, "You mind if I take my shirt off?"
I've done streams from the backyard before.
So bare-chested, he's playing horse on a job interview against Nick Sirianni.
Handoff coming this direction.
I want everyone to know that he still won.
Out of bounds, gain of about 7.
Even after Minshew took his shirt off. But you can visualize that.
Smokey wondering if he can get a refund first. Yeah, I will process your refund immediately, sir.
And I'm sure it was a fine-looking.
Please allow 6 to 8 years
Nick is a
for delivery of your refund.
Look, you could tell that Gardner was into it, and he said, "But I got some game, so I knew I was going to beat him. I was working him pretty good."
Man, I look crazy red tonight.
Got a style all his own too.
He put the jorts on too. Let's just go back to rock, paper, scissors, okay?
Yeah.
You know.
All right, Minshew in the shotgun on a 2nd and 3.
Minshew steps up.
He's hit as he throws. Incomplete.
Armstrong got to him, providing.
Jorge looking for one more touchdown.
We were walking around the field.
Rob says, if the Vikings were leading 51-20, do you think we would be safe? Not with this coaching staff.
He's gonna be popular.
Dog catcher says, "Bang a gong, get it on, bang." on the drum all day or Bangladesh.
Talking to him on the field before the game, he was looking forward to the opportunity.
Fab says, I love watching Thor swim. I think he's more fish than dog. He is.
You have to relish these opportunities.
He has to miss it, y'all. I haven't let him out there since he started having these knee problems.
And he just wants a shot. And
all right, run up the middle.
It's
going to be close to a first down.
You haven't seen it. This is them after he had that big win. And that's just love, man.
That's the rumor, Rob. The rumor is he's already got told that he's fired.
He told us there were no words exchanged.
I heard there's a meeting of the Viking brass before tomorrow morning's game.
They knew what he meant. Minshew played terrific, only 5 incompletions.
And that'll where it'll be completed.
He said his dad has been with him the whole ride. Inseparable, extremely close father-son relationship. I want to see my kid hug me like that.
All right, Minshew in the shotgun formation, 1st and 10, handoff, coming this way.
Outstanding.
He just barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
When Gardner was telling us about that moment with his dad, he says he remembers just being in the car with his dad when they got the call that Southern Miss was not going to offer him. He said,
Rob says, I think you should coach and I'll be your assistant.
So he said, when the highs happen, like the Jets game, they're just as emotional.
Couldn't be any worse than it's been this last couple years.
It's just been crazy. He's always had to prove himself, he said, but he said he's always been able to find an opportunity, and he believes that he will.
There's some responsibility here for these players, too, on the Vikings.
Pick. We all thought that was a pretty
There's a lot of them need to be sent walking, too.
There's no doubt he will have a market this offseason.
Which is part of my problem, why I have a problem with him playing all the starters tomorrow instead of these young kids.
How that's going to look at positions 1 and 2. We would assume that it'll be Jalen Hurts and maybe another young, developing type of quarterback.
Smokey says, if not, I'm sure the fans will make them hear about it.
That may be on the move this offseason.
Rob says, I don't know. I would not have a clue.
Quality football, just like he has here for this team this year.
He didn't have a clue either half the time.
And you just root for guys like this. You root for guys who you know it means something to them. They're authentic. They have
3rd and 6. This is down in distance for these Eagles.
He embodies all that.
Just getting mollywopped in this game. Ball snap. Minshew with some time. Throws the check down.
Minshew to Greg Ward.
Ward tries to do a spin. Tackled anyway to bring up a 4th.
Boy, I think it's telling that
Rob, I've heard that the only one getting fired is Zimmer. They'll keep the general manager.
They're going to count on him to make some plays in the postseason.
The scouting department, but that Zimmer will be the one that takes the fall.
They're trying to figure out with this receiving core opposite of Devontae Smith.
There you go,
Smith
Rob.
was in the game early. Wound up.
The dog catcher wants to know, so could Old Zealand beat Bangladesh in a cricket test?
Breaking Deshaun Jackson's record, and then Sirianni got Smith out of the game. 4th and 4.
Ball's thrown on the left side here. First down.
First down, Eagles. For 9 out of the backfield. Gainwell's going to feel
Smoky
the effects
TV
of this
says,
game
if we're talking about teams that need to clean house, how about the Lions? I think the Lions, at this point, they've cleaned house so many times that it's time to give this guy probably a chance for another year. What the Lions really need
Scott and Miles Sanders when he comes back
is a cleanup of ownership. They need a new owner. They need to get out of Detroit. Handoff coming this way.
Huntley.
Nothing for Huntley. But I mean, at this point, with LA getting the 2 teams, there's no we're going to move here to hang over anybody's head anymore, right?
Sunday triple header, and for the first time
so
ever,
I don't know.
Monday night
Lions
wild
suck.
card game on
Can't say
January
that I hate it.
17th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll have megacast coverage across all networks. 3
Rob
days,
says
6
almost
games,
100 out of 100 times.
Weekend. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts here.
Yeah, I think
Week 18 of the NFL.
They still support that team in Detroit, though.
All sorts of seeding, positioning, couple division titles.
The Lions get more support than the Jaguars do, I believe.
And that should take us down to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Valhalla for the 2-minute warning.
Dallas Cowboys.
Valhalla for that 2-minute warning. Thankfully, it's almost over. 13 Berzerkers up in here. Tom Grossi probably still got 2,000 sitting in his stream. Probably still got 2,000. But yeah, the rumor at this point is that Zimmer is done as coach of the Vikings. I guess we'll see tomorrow. No, they kind of struggle a little bit. The Tigers used to be pretty good. The Pistons were real good for a long time. Robert Schwartz checks in, says Winter Olympics coming up soon. Go USA. Yeah, we'll probably do some hockey, both on the women and men's side during that Olympics here on the channel. Steven says Arizona sports team has turned thing around and become winners. Diamondbacks to be determined, and they're about to lose their hockey team, I think. I think we're going to lose the Coyotes. I think the Coyotes are going to move. Dogcatcher says, I thought the Lions crowds were small for their first win at home. You know, I don't know for sure. I just thought that they used to do pretty good attendance-wise. Rob wondering if people will watch the COVID Olympics. I think they'll definitely watch, the hockey, without a doubt. I like both the men's and women's national teams. Be interesting to see, though. What else do we watch Winter Olympics for? The slalom?
Game presented by Abbott, live reaction.
The only thing that I think would be stream-worthy would probably be those hockey games, right?
Denver will dive into the playoff scenarios that are in play for Sunday. For now, back to the final couple of minutes.
I know the NHLers aren't going to be there at the Olympics.
All right, Scott, thank you. As we wrap up our Monday Night Football regular season on a Saturday night. So many people that take
no
care
NHL
of us
players.
Journey coast to coast for 18 weeks.
Make it a little bit more entertaining, though, you know.
The spotter to the stars, Ben Bowman.
Probably not.
John Parolin back in Bristol. Jacqueline Jameson keeps everything organized here in the booth. But so many more. Ryan and Brandon and BMO and Jody and Jess and Mary.
All right, so the Eagles have moved this ball to the 35-yard line just about. 3rd and 8 is the down and distance. Ball snaps, fake handoff. Minshew throws it short, a screen. Cuts back to the middle. He's loose. Touchdown Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly.
For the touchdown for the Eagles. 36 yards to make it a little more respectable on the scoreboard.
We talked about Quez Watkins.
Smoky TV says Detroit has some good sports teams. Football just seems to not be their thing.
Postseason comes along, and he's been a playmaker this year for the Eagles on offense.
He's been a playmaker tonight. He's had some of those moments where you're going, where are you going, Quez? But he's always seeming to be able to break tackles, great awareness where defenders are, comes up with a big touchdown here late.
And the Eagles will go for 2.
All right, Eagles going for 2 here. Minshew in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 wideouts left, 1 right.
Just got that ball snapped.
Minshew, the pressure gets to him, and he's tackled.
He's going to be taken down. Basham had a sack earlier, sends Minshew flying, and that'll keep the score at 51-26.
See Terrell Basham.
All right, no betting tickets affected by that late score.
Keep working. Just keep working. You see him dip underneath. Nice technical pass rush and finish.
Focus so much on the NFC game tonight.
All right, they're looking at the AFC playoff picture here.
Chiefs winning
now in the 1 spot.
The Titans will have to win in Houston tomorrow.
Raiders, Steelers, Ravens still in the hunt.
Yeah, listen, nobody's going to want to see the Tennessee Titans. And I think they're the team that's kind of flown under the radar. They're the 6th scoring defense in the league. They're 2nd against the run. They've already beaten teams like the Bills
says
and the
downhill
Chiefs.
skiing. Those guys are nuts. Yeah, but it wouldn't be much of a streaming type deal, right? For us play-by-play people.
This is going to be a fascinating
you know what I mean?
next month.
Still some jockeying going on there. Patriots and Bills, the AFC East. It's one of the few divisions
we do have
left up for grabs.
NASCAR coming up in February. We're going to change Rob Parson into a NASCAR nut this year.
All the playoff matchups.
We'll be doing the Daytona 500 and probably the preseason race at the LA Coliseum.
The Chargers and the Raiders tomorrow night on NBC. So who do you guys like in that one, in the game that have everybody's attention?
You know, these are rematches of games that we've had on Monday Night Football.
Rob says, what about the bobsleds? I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but
the 49ers obliterated
I won't be doing a stream for them.
They ran the ball 45 times or so. And then tomorrow night, listen, it's going to be a great game. If the Raiders are able to win that game, I know we talk a lot about Coach of the Year candidates, right?
Yeah.
LaFleur and Taylor and Vrabel. But if the Raiders can win tomorrow night, listen, I'm just going to throw Rich Bisaccia into that conversation.
Clock
That would be
running.
an unbelievable story.
And just think,
will the Eagles call their timeouts?
Derek Carr will have shown at the quarterback position for that football team as well. But look, across right here, this is a great list of guys right here. But that guy on the end, Mike Vrabel, his football team, is there a football team that plays more
The
in
dog
the
catcher says the luge and the skeleton sledding are hardcore. It's nuts, man. I wouldn't do that shit.
Resolve and resilience. When Derrick Henry
Rob
gets
says,
hurt,
so there isn't much steam about the Winter Olympics.
Okay, this team's just going to start showing some cracks as far as their ability to just summon up good performances.
So the Eagles not using their timeouts, another kneel down.
Taylor was as good as gone a couple years ago, right? Look at the job he's done in Cincinnati. Who wants to go there?
Right.
Take on Burrow and Jamar.
Rob says, can someone tell those announcers to shut the F up?
Okay,
you don't like the game audio, Rob?
And I get it. He's got Aaron Rodgers. I get it, you know, but like, listen, John Harbaugh.
Julian says pretty close game, I would say.
He was an MVP. Like, so can we quit holding Aaron Rodgers?
Curling I enjoyed in the last Winter Olympics. I'm not going to lie. I thought the curling in the last Winter Olympics was the shit. Another kneel down, 36 seconds. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Take a final knee.
I see what you did there.
This game was 17-all in the second quarter. In the end, it's all Cowboys. Cowboys played their starters. The Eagles went with their entire second team here tonight. And both of these squads will gear up for postseason.
So that's your final, ladies and gentlemen, 51-26.
And matchups tomorrow night.
51-26 is your final from Philadelphia. Both teams will advance to the playoffs next week. Steven says speed skating might be a good event for streaming. They talk too much, Rob, or what? Shadow Flame Gaming says scoregami. Dog Catcher says, I like to watch the stone hurler smoking his pipe while curling. No, I don't think that's what they do. I don't think that's what they do. So we end the stream with 15 in here. I think at the high point we were at 25 maybe. So it's going to be like another 250 view stream. It doesn't look like we picked up any subscribers. I think when I checked last time we had lost 3. So that's never encouraging. Yep, lost 2. Net gain of -2 today. You think curling is the worst sport in the world, Rob? Jorge Gomez checks in. He says he's hyped up. Cowboys win. Rob says we'll pick it up tomorrow, Val. Big Vike stream. What? I don't know what sport you're talking about. Bruh, the curling thing is cool, man. Have you never played shuffleboard in a bar, Rob? Do they not have shuffleboards in your bars in Australia? That shit's fun as hell. That shit is fun as hell. If I was filthy rich and had me a huge game room type thing, I would definitely have a shuffleboard. Put a little sand on there, fling those little metal pucks back and forth. It's a good time. Just the version in the Olympics is on ice with people. And in the shuffleboard, you can't, do anything in front of the pucks. Fresh Maker says, keep it up, mate. Been listening all day at work here in Australia. Good way for me to keep up with the games. Thanks. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. We've got us a big Aussie contingent here on Valhalla Sports Talk all of a sudden. I think 4 Aussies call Valhalla Sports Talk home. Rob says, nah, we like to have real fun, like fight kangaroos and catch snakes and shit. Robert Schwartz says, God bless, chin up Eagles fans. Robert might have to seek San Francisco Giant therapy. Smokey says, we know the worst football team in the world, but we won't go there as it might hurt the host. See you all tomorrow for another great stream. We'll see you, Smokey. Thanks for membering up, man. Rob Parsons says shuffleboard is for old pricks on boats. You're thinking of shuffleboard like you're thinking of something totally different, bro. You're thinking about something totally different. You're thinking of something different. Shuffleboard in a bar is like on a tabletop. It's fun as hell. What do you think, Chad? Anybody played shuffleboard in the pubs? I gotta figure out what this cig smoking curler thing is. Alright, y'all. I gotta piss like a Russian racehorse, so I'm gonna cut this thing. It's shuffleboard too, but that's with sticks. They have like a little disc and a stick that they push. The bar version, you have the puck in your hand and you slide it on this board that's about, 4 foot wide. And you got sand on that board so that the pucks move smoothly. And there's a scoring section at the end. It's a lot of fun. Patriot Roadie says, I played both versions. Rob says, shuffleboard in pubs, the only tabletop I like is women dancing in front of me. Yep, about 20 feet long. It's fun as hell. I love it. It's hard to find a place with a board, though, nowadays. Because it literally renders one wall of your establishment useless. Robert says, I vividly remember playing shuffleboard in the Catskills. Robert's one of them sneaky rich folks, y'all. No doubt in my mind. I will. We'll have to go find a shuffleboard somewhere, Rob. I know my town don't have one nowhere in it. That's where the rich people go on vacation, Rob. Catskills is where the rich people go. Robert says, I'm not that rich. I'm just messing with you, Robert. You know that. Robert's been in here like 5 times tonight and only had tomatoes thrown at him once. There they are. There they are. Robert says I'm only worth $2 billion. It's not too bad. Dog Catcher says go to an old school bowling alley or lounge for shuffleboard tables. Okay, bowling alley in town here closed down about 15 years ago. And then the only other bowling alley is on the military base. And they don't have no shuffleboard in there. Rob says you get extra tomatoes, Robert, for being a rich prick. If it wasn't for Rob Parsons, you'd feel neglected. So the Cowboys have won 12 games on this season. All right, y'all, I got to cut this thing off because I got to piss like a Russian racehorse. What time is it? 9:30? Maybe we could do a movie tonight. But listen, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Vikings, Bears from the tavern. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, Valhalla Sports Talk reminds you to be nice to your neighbor. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air.